am back. My voice has returned. I can actually breathe, and they're still working on my bathroom. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Man, rough week, rough couple weeks. Being out, just terrible allergies. Holy mackerel. You know, I never used to have allergies when I lived in California. Never once. Never had an issue. Moved here to Tennessee. It's just nothing but allergy capital of the world, apparently. So we're going to get into it today. We're going to actually play some games. I know I haven't been idle, though. Been working behind the scenes on a whole bunch of cool stuff that's coming down the line. Just waiting for it to drop eventually. And I'll, of course, let you know when it does drop. Let you know all the cool stuff. Now, as always, I'm always problem solving every single day. I literally just logged into No Man's Sky to check it, and it is, for some reason, it's off the side of the screen. We'll see it here in a second. I'll show it to you before I fix it. Always something there, but I don't change anything. I didn't change anything on my computer or do anything like that. Some update came through and then screwed up my thing. I can't have one day where I don't have to solve some sort of technical problem. I tell you. Oh, thanks for the love there, Solo Striker, and also Rochester G. Thanks for all the people who also followed while I was out as well. A bunch of follows while I was out. Probably watched a YouTube video or Twitter or something and found my channel and hit the follow button. I appreciate everybody who does become a new Teamwork Tycoon here in the channel. I've been having lots and lots of allergy issues. It typically drains down my throat, and then sometimes I get sick from that, and then I'm like sick for like 6 months for a very, very long time. Thank you very much for the 33 months. I'll be replaying all of those when I get into my primary stream, of course, or my primary screen as well. But it's good to be back. I hope to do some battle mode today. I've been missing out on the event. We got a cool new event for stream avatars as well. We got a new skin, of course, Sparkle Dog as the Flying Rogue. So make sure to snatch that up as well. We're going to get into all of that. So tons of stuff today. We're going to do Stream Raiders and then battle mode hopefully later. And then we're going to do No Man's Sky as well as, of course, Fallout 76, which has a new update locked and loaded. I want to check that out as well. I'm so behind on everything. You know, real life, it just gets in the way of your gaming, doesn't it? Doesn't get in your way? I think it does. I say we say hello to the chat, and then we get into some games. How about that? And I'm going to show you this funky thing that's going on with No Man's Sky, as it always is. Always something. Good morning to Subi. There we go. Now, I'd like to point out next to your name there, Subi, you might see a little icon, a little love in there. I have updated my bit badges for all of you. Tons of brand new bit badges. As well as a whole bunch of bit animations coming to my bit cup along with it. But look at your brand new badge. Isn't that awesome? Those are for bits. So if you did drop one bit, you, of course, get the love badge right in there. And, of course, as the more bits you drop, of course, the different badges you get all the way up there. I worked very, very hard on those. I probably spent a good 80 hours revamping and remaking every single one of those bit badges. It's a lot of work, everybody. A tremendous amount of work to do that stuff. I've been revamping everything. Every emote, every bit badge, every sub badge, every single thing in the entire stream. I've been updating it and doing all of that. It's a tremendous amount of work, but hey, I think you guys are worth it. I think you guys should get the love here in the channel for all that love and support that you do here. So much more coming down the line as well. Working so hard, everybody. Even when I am out sick and my nose is running and I can barely breathe, I'm still back behind the scenes working away on tons and tons of stuff. So super excited about that. But thank you very much to Subi hanging out in the chat. And of course, the wonderful That's Mr. Non-You coming in with a cookie lurker love. I just love saying that. It's just really fun. Really fun. Thank you so much, That's Mr. Non-You as well for coming in, hanging out. We got Bommel coming in. Says hello all. Good morning, Bommel. Good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Sorry I've been out. They've been both working on my bathroom, and I've been having massive allergy attack where I couldn't even breathe. It's just draining down the back of my throat. I'm on some medicine right now that's hoped to help me, and I've got the water, which you can see I've been drinking lots of it, staying lots of hydrated. I've actually got a second one. I got a second one on tap, as well as a little boost of OJ, right? A little Simply Orange, my favorite brand of orange juice. It's pulp-free and tasty can be. So I, give a little extra OJ booster to try to keep me from getting sick, because getting sick sucks, and then that means even less streaming that I can do. But I've been missing you guys, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to play some games. Let's go. Oh, I see some more peeps coming in as well. EMZRT as well. Jessme coming in, and DJ Watkins, I see you. Thank you very much for coming in. Now let's go ahead and replay this love from just. Look at it. See, look, I log in. Look at how weird this is. See, my refiner is like all off the side of the screen. I didn't touch nothing, everybody. Why is it like that? I was just gonna test and see if it was working, but look, it's off the side of the screen. I'm telling you, everybody, it's a non-stop problem in my life where I constantly, every minute of every day, there is some sort of something that is causing me grief. Let's try and do 1920 by 1080. Let's just downscale it. That sucks, though. I normally play... Oh, where's my 1920 by 1080? There it is. Apply. Let's just try to downscale it and see if that fixes it. Oh, it did kind of offset it there a little bit. It still doesn't work. It's like the ratio is off. Hold on, can we reset? Is there a reset thing we can do? Oh, man, it's like the field of view is off. What's the default field of view? How come you can't reset this? How do you reset the settings? It feels like that, right? Like your field of view is off. Ultra. Oh, I can reset that to default. Let's just reset that to default. And then, why can't I reset this to default? I don't know. I don't know why I can't just reset that to default. I don't know what the field of view is. Let's say 60. All right, let's just guess that it was 60. Anybody know in the chat? Just tell me. If you know what the default field of view is for No Man's Sky, you guys can just tell me. Motion blur amount, none. The reason why I don't use motion blur is because it messes with my vertigo. All right, let's take a look at it now. Can we... Oh, God. Every day, everybody. I swear to God, I didn't change nothing. I did nothing. I've been nothing but sick. I log in. That's it. All right, so we're going to switch the thing to 1920 by 1080. And then we'll get a battle going here. Where's my No Man's Sky? It's down here. I had to update Fallout 76 today, too. Man, that took a while, too. It took like 30 minutes. Luckily, I started up about an hour and a half early today. Just so I could make sure I have updates and get all that stuff running. And then I literally did Fallout 76 first, because that one I knew would take longer. I get into No Man's Sky, literally 2 minutes before the stream, it shows up that my interface is screwed up. So there's something definitely going on there. Let's log in. Now again, while we're waiting for that to log in, let's go ahead and show some love to Rotisserie G right here, getting on the Kismet love train. That's tier 2, 26 months of love right there. 26 months of things coming off the rails, including shower door mayhem. The shower doors are in, and the shower doors are working. It's the wall behind my shower doors that they had to tear out again because it wasn't flat, and then now they're fixing it where it's going to be flat, and then it's got to be repainted because now the whole thing's been torn out, and then once it's repainted, hopefully they're still working on it. They're supposed to come back one more time, hopefully today, and then it hopefully is done. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, there we go. Nope. We got the right side. Now the left side doesn't show up. Okay, something is way funky chicken. What the heck? Look at this. Look at this weirdness. What the heck is going on with my No Man's Sky today? What is that? I mean, other than that, it looks fine. I just want to play some games, everybody. I don't want to play around and screw around with technical stuff. How many people in the chat would just not like to spend their entire day 6 hours, 10 hours screwing around with technical stuff when they just want it to work. They want to just open the game or open the program or open whatever or use their phone and not have to deal with the technical problems. I feel like if they had to pay you $1, imagine if they had to pay everybody $1 every time you got a blue screen of death, Microsoft would be out of business, everybody. They would be out of business. There would be no way that they could do it. Just imagine the billions of hours lost because of this kind of stuff right here. I touched nothing. I did nothing with nothing. It left it exactly the same it was. My computer wasn't even on. I don't know. Let's try something else. Let's try full screen and see if that fixes it. Oh, God, I got to restart again. Okay, I got to restart. I don't know how many times I've restarted. Some things I'm reading on goes to 100%, but don't know if that's right. Yeah, it looks funky, like you zoomed in. Yeah, there's something weird going on. For sure, for sure. I don't know. What the heck? What the heck is going on today, everybody? But hey, you know what? We got another game we could be playing while we're waiting for that junk to get fixed. Let's play some Stream Raiders. Let's go. To battle! All right, everybody. While we're trying to solve that mystery of why my No Man's Sky is so screwed up, we're going to go ahead and play some Stream Raiders. Now, we're going to enter the event right here. We're going to click that. Now, this is one of my favorite little side games that we play. It is called Stream Raiders. It is incredibly, incredibly fun. If you have not discovered it yet, it's free. That's right. It's free to play. You can play along with us on mobile and on desktop. So let's catch up a bit here. I've been missing out on this event. We've done absolutely nothing yet on it, but I hope to do battle mode today, where that's where I continue to keep the battles going after the stream and keep it going after my main stream. You won't see or hear me, but we'll keep the battles rocking and rolling. We're so close, too. I think we are literally right up on top of our archer. Yeah, right here. Oh, and there it is, everybody. We're going to get our archer done today. Awesome. Rogue, bomber, warrior, yes, please. Flag bearer, yes. We've already got those at maximum. Flag bearer. There we go. We got enough left? Yes, I think we got enough left to do the final upgrade of our archer. And GG! Whoop, whoop. There we go, everybody. We have got that going 7 of 10 at maximum. I think we're going to work on our rogue real heavy today. We're going to work on a rogue and our warrior and our flag bearer. These three we're going to try to really use a lot. Let's see. Anything else in there? Now, do remember that we did add a brand new skin. You can go in here into the store, go to Scrolls, and then search for Kismet. Kismet. Right in here. And then, of course, check it out. Look at, there he is. The wonderful Sparkle Dog. And you can roll over him and see his animation. They did such a great job. That's the Sparkle Dog as the Flying Rogue. I definitely suggest to snatch that up. You can either gift it to yourself, which is the best gift to get, or you can go ahead and gift it to somebody else, the awesome Sparkle Dog Flying Rogue. And I think we might want to try that out today, too. We might have to use the Flying Rogue today. Let's see how we're looking here. Let's go toward this one. I see some gold here. There's some gold there. We got to start here no matter what. I kind of feel like center, here, gold, bam, bam. Nice little, double 4 skull, and then right to there. Let's get it fired up, everybody. All right. Now, you're going to see a link pop up in the chat. You can click that link and find me, your Captain Kismet. That gives you access to the battle board. And we do this every 30 minutes or so, right? And then we'll be playing No Man's Sky primarily. And then every 30 minutes we'll come back after you guys have placed all of your units down here. Now, you can see I've got a bunch of different units, including the Sparkle Dog. Let's go ahead and actually start off with my Rogue today. Let's go ahead and get him going. Let's see where we're going to go here. I kind of feel like we'll go center, something like this, and I'll go ahead and back up just a little bit behind you guys. You guys can come in and place down your units. We're going to try to basically get as many battles in today as possible. And that's going to allow us to, of course, start to unlock a lot of loot. Now, normally we get to like tier 45. I mean, way past into the bonus levels. I have gotten all the way to 45. It's probably the highest one I've got, which is our diamond badge. But we're going to try to get as far as we can. We're starting a bit late on this event. It's only got 19 days left. But I think we can get a lot of battles in, get you guys tons and tons of loot. So come and join me, everybody. Follow that link right there in the chat. Start to place down your units, and we'll come back to it in about 30 minutes. Let's go. still screwed up. Look at this. Look at this. I don't know. Did it get better or did it get worse? I don't know. I can't play the game if it's going to be like that. I can't deal, everybody. I can't deal. All right, let's try 100%. I'm going to go with your recommendation. Let's say 100. I think that would be wider. I would think it'd be like 60 or 80. Let's go 100%. But you know what? I'm going to try. No. Look how it's offset. There's something definitely broken about that. Let's go try our ship. Now that's a real wide field of view there. Cool though. Every day, everybody. Every day. Maybe it's something to do with my graphics thing. Hold on, let me pop out of here. Let's go ahead and put my backdrop up. Might be something to do with my GeForce thing. I'm gonna tell it to reset the settings or optimize the settings for No Man's Sky. Let's do it. This one, optimize. I'm doing this right here, where you optimize your settings. I got a NVIDIA 1080, so I'm going to tell it to optimize my settings. It's going to put me back to the high resolution. I'm going to go ahead and change my display settings back to 1920 by 1080, just in case anything pops up that I don't want anybody to see, because I do a lot of sponsored events, and sometimes I don't like to reveal sponsored events too early, because because reasons. I don't want to get in trouble, is the main reason. But let's go ahead and click on it. Again, let's tell it to optimize. Okay, it is optimized. Okay, let's just hope it resets the settings. Want to see if there's a way I can reset it. I'm just going to Google it. Hold on. Again, I just want to open the game and I want to play the game. I don't want to sit here and do this all day. This is not fun. Reset graphics settings, No Man's Sky. Is there a way to reset the graphics settings? Oh, okay. It's telling me where to find it. Okay, I'm just gonna pull the entire settings from No Man's Sky. It says it's under Steam. All right, I gotta go in here. Now I gotta do all. See, I hate doing this stuff. I've been doing this stuff my entire life, everybody. Since I was born, practically. Since I was like 7 years old. I've gone and I've done this kind of crap, and I'm over it, man. I am so over it. I just want to play the game. I don't want to have to do this stuff every single time. Let's see. So go in there, Steam apps, binaries. No, that's not it, because that's not showing binaries. Common, most likely. Common, No Man's Sky, binaries, settings. Look at that. It's not. They didn't even tell me how to do it right, and I still figured it out. And then TK graphics settings. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna show it to you guys where I'm finding it right here. Boom. So deep into the folder, program files, Steam apps, common, No Man's Sky, binary settings, and it's TK graphics settings, and game settings, and user settings data. You know, I think I'm just gonna throw them all away. Screw it. I'm gonna throw them all away and hope that it works. Otherwise, we'll be reinstalling No Man's Sky here in a second. Now, I actually just put them into the trash, and then I relaunch it. And then once it's working, then I will actually empty the trash. I suggest not to empty the trash until you know that it actually is going to recreate those files. Let's hope. Let's hope it fixes it. I usually find it's either restart your computer or reset the settings to get things back the way they should be. We'll see how it goes. Oh, exclamation jump in the chat, everybody. There's some loot in there. All right, let's try this again. I just want to play some games. Now, it might not be No Man's Sky's problem at all. It might be Windows doing something stupid as it constantly does. I just was talking about that on Twitter with my buddy Banlish, is that every single time there's an update, it literally costs me hours of my time. I have to go through and reset up my entire stream setup every single time. It screws up all my audio, screws everything up, to go through and reset it up every time there's an update. And I can always tell when there's an update because it auto-updates itself no matter how much you try to disable it. It will auto-update, and then bam, all of a sudden, there I go. There's hours of my life wasted resetting it up again. Nope. Still screwed up. Something definitely funky chicken. Why is it zoomed in? All right. Well, that's not working. Okay. Well, I guess we're just doing techno stuff all day because, nobody wants to play any games or anything. Let's try something else. What else can we do? Let's go in and see if it did reset my video options. It did. 75 is the default, by the way. If you want to know what your field of view default is, it's 75. Let's see. Let's go ahead and try to put it back up to 3840 by 2160. Anybody got any ideas? Let me know in the chat. Isn't the Spark Dog skin awesome? There we go. Yeah, Spark Dog, that skin, they do such an amazing job over there. I can't play the game, everybody. I can't play the game if I can't access the resources that I'm trying to convert. That's the whole point of what I was going to do today. If I can't, actually go in and mess with my resources, we might just have to skip this game for today. Because I don't want to obviously sit here for 2 hours and screw around with technical stuff. I'll just switch over to Fallout 76 if it doesn't want to work. And then I'll have to spend endless hours off stream doing this. I wish I had caught it earlier. That would have been nice. Then I still would have probably been working on it for an hour. Because I don't know what's up with it. I don't know if this is like an update issue. Like an update came through and now my interface is messed up. I don't know. I don't know what's up with it, but I can tell you there's definitely something funky going on. Now my music is back on again, too. I gotta turn that off. I got to turn that off. So odd. Maybe you need to debug file check. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. Might do a Steam check my files thing. There we go. Check your belt first. Third-person views. Throw random ideas. Well, there you go, Jasmine. That's definitely nothing wrong with trying different stuff. I'm in first person right now, which is usually out. Nope, still problem. Let's go third person. Third person. Same problem. Oh, man. All right, more Googling. One great thing about... someone else has had this problem. No Man's Sky interface zoomed in. Weird zoomed bug. There we go. So it's happening at this update. When I first person, it zooms in the point where I can't see my ship properly, but in third person, I go, thing. Looks like you're running modded version. I'm not running a modded version. Nope, that's not helping me. That says do with mods. Graphic issues zoomed in. Remove all mods. That's people using mods. We're good. I use 0 mods. PC version looks like it's zoomed in. Go to the graphic settings in the options. Turn up on-foot field of view, space field of view. It's a standard field, but I really hope it added an option. Just want to play games, everybody. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this today. I've already had enough strife all week long. I got to continue to have more irritant in my day. HUD scale. Let's scale down the HUD scale to, let's say, 60%. Let's try that. Let me turn my backdrop off. There we go. Let's put the HUD scale down to 60. Oh, God, why do I got to restart every time? What is this, the 70s? Oh! Kismet figured it out on his own. I just scaled down the HUD, and that seemed to have worked. Okay. Screw it. GG. There we go. All right. Scaled the HUD down. Oh. Now, why did that work and then all of a sudden not work? Look at that. It's my distance from the object. Yeah, it has to do with my distance from actually checking the refiner. Ah, it's a distance thing. It's scaling up the interface based on how far away I am from the refiner. Well, I know how to work around it now, but it shouldn't be doing that. That's a bug. That's a definite bug in the game. All right, let me launch it one more time with a scaled down interface. Why would I have to restart the game on a scaled down interface? What is this? The 80s? I think you should be able to scale it down while you're still in the game. I mean, how you gonna restart every time you scale down your interface? That sucks. Yeah, it has to do with my distance between where I'm standing and the actual item. And that didn't usually do that. It usually has a standard size interface. Especially how long the game takes to load. I know, you gotta think I'm on an SSD with a really nice machine. You gotta think every single time you gotta load this up. That sucks. And sorry, everybody. Sorry, we have literally wasted now almost 40 minutes or 30 minutes of playtime just screwing around with this technical problem. But hey, at least you guys, just in case you have it on your end as well, you'll know how to fix it, hopefully. Let's see if this interface makes any difference when I go in and try to do that. Nope. Has zero effect. Has to do with the distance at which I am from the refiner. So it zooms in as I get closer to the refiner on the interface. That seems like a bug to me. HUD enabled. Damage numbers. Hold to confirm. I hate hold to confirm. Auto torch. What's that mean? Disable auto torch. I think that's the thing that automatically turns my stuff off. Oh, general options. I gotta turn the music off. I love games with music, but because I'm a streamer, I have to turn it all off, which just sucks. Okay, borderless, triple buffered, 75%, motion blur off. Our HUD scale is 60%, but it doesn't matter because it's not affecting the HUD scale anyway. Just gonna put that back to 100%. Man, what else? Graphics, control options, mouse move, look sensitivity, flight sensitivity, tethered normal, locked normal. Locked. Locked normal. I think that was supposed to be. View controls inverted. No, normal. Because again, now I've reset all my settings. Graphics. I'm not restarting again. All right. All right, we're just going to work around it, everybody. Because look, as I get closer to it and then I do it, it cuts it off. If I'm further away, it doesn't cut it off. Now, it never did that before in the past. I don't know why it's doing it now. I feel like I'm going to uninstall and reinstall the game after we're done today. Now it's just cut like into my time to play. But we're going to go ahead and put this stuff away. We're going to go ahead and convert the rest of this oxygen. We're actually going to start playing a game today. And then same thing here. There we go. We'll take our ferrite dust. We'll put that away. We'll tell it to begin to do the rest of that. Again, the further I am away from it, the better it seems to work. This is not right. See, this is like the whole interface is off. There's something definitely wrong with it. For sure, for sure. Well, let's make some more platinum there. All right, there we go. We got it going. Yay, look at us. We're playing a game. There we go. Well, mine, the thing I hate about this game is that every time I turn my flashlight on, I go get in my ship or get off it, it turns the flashlight off. I've just turned it on all the time. It'll be fine. Or when if I turn it on, keep it on. Don't turn it off automatically. But we'll leave it on there. There we go. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother the debug option. I'm going to completely uninstall it and completely reinstall it. I guess it's got some bug in there. Again, I don't use any mods or anything on the game itself. So I find when you get real funky stuff like that happening, it's typically like an update come in, it overrid a file, and then that file is now messed up or something is messed up in that update. So I'm just going to leave it as is for now, and then we'll go and we'll just work around it. We found a way to work around it. That's the most important thing, so we can continue to actually play the game. So let's go here to our copper farm. Let's go ahead and get that going on. We're going to run to our different farms, get that going. We're going to work a bit on our $500 million collection that we're working on here in No Man's Sky and whatnot. So again, not sure what's causing that. Could be a PC issue, could be a game issue. Not sure, but we'll find out. I will go in, I'll uninstall it off stream and reinstall it. Probably when I go into battle mode later. We'll get that going. Now, I love this game. This game is beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's been updated massively. If you have not played some No Man's Sky lately, I highly recommend it. Now, this is my copper farm over here. Now, one of the things that I like to do right away in the game is to go in and have the... Oh. I can't get out. I can't escape. All right, right click. All right, there we go. Whatever works. I couldn't escape out of there. I hit escape, wouldn't let me out. What I like to do is I like to set it up so it's collecting tons and tons of resources for me when I'm not even in the game. That's why they call me the Space Tycoon, because I get everything running for me automatically. I call it setting and forgetting. You set it and forget it. That's what we're going to do. And then we just come back later and we pick up all the loot, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to go farm to farm. It's something you should do at the very beginning and then at the very end of your play session. This way, it's kind of maximizing... tin roof rusted. I always forget I call it that. It's pretty funny. All right, there we go. And so right over here, we've got rusted metal. Rusted metal becomes ferrite dust, so very, very useful in there. Yeah, my escape doesn't seem to be working. There we go. And then over here, we've also got oxygen, which we're going to use. We're going to put that in our storage. Right-click to get out of there. All right, that one done. On to the next one. And we're just going base to base to base, which is on fairly different planets all around the place. Like here's some uranium. Let's go do that. Now, this allows us to go ahead and use all these resources for other things, like making bases, upgrading our vehicles and things like that, and, of course, upgrading our backpack. We've really been working heavy on upgrading our inventory spaces. We're going to try to get our cargo unlocked. We're going to try to get our main inventory unlocked, because that's awesome. And then we're going to start spending some cash, some dollar bills, on upgrading our ship. Eventually, I might actually start using my exotic, and we'll try to upgrade that as well. Now, right over here, this is my uranium. And again, you know, I don't really collect like 90,000 uranium. I feel like it's really not necessary. Usually about 10 to 20,000 to get started. And then if you really need a bunch of it, then you might go 50 to 100,000. And then if you're really trying to collect a lot of it, then you go up into the 500,000s and so on. To collect a ton of it. And mostly, I usually do that with activated idiom. And that is to make some dollar bills. You're going to see me make a good 100 to 200 million just in this day alone. And I think I have about 670 million on my character right now. And I'm fairly early in this particular playthrough. I have played through the game many times before, like 20, 30 times before. Incredibly fun. Highly recommend playing the game for sure. If you have not played it in a while or never played it ever, definitely worth a admission price now. Because, man, they added just years and years worth of updates to the game and charged people 0 extra. That's right. No microtransactions, no scummy monetization or none of that stuff. You get all of it for your purchase price, everybody. So you buy the game, you pay once, you play forever. And that's awesome. That's what I love about the peeps over there at Hello Games. They didn't just take your money and say later. They came in and they said, you know what, we're going to make this game great. And they continue to they put everybody to shame at this point. No Man's Sky is putting every other game company to shame because they're just killer in it with just so many great updates. Some of the updates I haven't even finished yet. I haven't even finished the living ships or any of that other stuff. I haven't even got any of that done because the game is so incredibly fun. They keep adding more and more stuff. And, of course, I have a tendency to restart. We're not going to restart on this one. We're going to keep going. But I have a tendency to restart because I love it. Look at this. This is a bubble planet, as I like to call it. So cool. So cool. All right. And if you notice, I put these right by the door. The reason why I do that is so I can just kind of poke my head out the door here. And then I grab 50,000 gold right there, which is worth about, I don't know how, oh man, I can't even fit it in there. How much is it worth? About 14 million. So my storage container is full. I can't even put it in anymore in there. And then over here on this side, I've also got cobalt as well. And I see I've got a little bit of room for cobalt in there. And I grab the rest on me. Nice. And that's done as well. There we go. So we grab some cobalt and some gold. And let's see, where are we at? Cobalt, gold. We're now on our silver. Let's go get our silver. So basically, you can see I've got tons of elements already set up so I can run over there, grab the loot, and then run back home with it, which is great. Taught me a lot about the games we both play. I appreciate it. Well, you're welcome there, Jessme. Always great to see you in the chat. Hope you're having a great day. Appreciate you coming in, trying to help me out with my technical problem. Rotisserie G said, no diet and beverage day. No diet. You can't have no diet today. Today's the no diet. Yeah, I don't know what causing that weird zoomness, but you got to think that I haven't changed anything. It's really annoying when you run into an issue like that, when you've changed nothing, you've made no modifications to your computer at all. It was exactly the same as, actually, I've had my computer off. Because I have a separate gaming computer, right? And that's all I use it for, gaming. I don't use it for anything else. And so it shouldn't change at all. The only thing that would change it would be a Microsoft update. You know, maybe it turned on its auto zoom feature in Microsoft Update. I don't know. That's a problem I'll have to solve off stream, because that's not a very sexy thing to do all day on stream, is sit there and figure out why the game doesn't work. I don't feel like I want to spend all my day doing that. Now, we are almost done here. We've got an activated idiom farm, but I know I can't go there yet. And the reason why is because I have so much other resources that I'm going to need to find a place for these, or I need to get rid of it. So let's go back to our primary planet. Let's get it going on. Oh, someone's about to get banned. Oh, bye-bye, bro. Someone's about to get banned. Hold on a second. Didn't think my auto mod would catch that, did you? All right. I don't mess around. You come into my channel and you start doing racial slurs in here, you are insta-banned. I don't mess around. You are gone. Bye-bye. I'm not your papa. I'm not here to teach you how to be a decent human being. If you haven't figured it out by now, I suggest you seek that out and try to level up in real life. I don't mess around. You come in here, you start dropping that stuff in here. Even if I'm joking. You know what? Stop being a jerk. Stop using that as an excuse to be a horrible human being. I was just joking. That's why I treat women terribly. That's why I treat people who don't look exactly like me terribly. That's why, there's always people giving a reason why they act terribly. Well, guess what? Just don't act terribly. Just don't act horribly toward other people. Right? Yeah, that's probably where you should start. That's just me throwing it out there, but then again, it's your life choices. Good luck with that. Yeah, I don't mess around. Again, I'm too old to play with, teenage, mentality. I don't care if they're 70 years old still doing that. I call that like, when you're young, you don't realize that, that's not a thing that you shouldn't do. You shouldn't treat people horribly, put them down for any reason, whether they're tall, skinny, male, female, or where they come from in the world, or the color of their skin, or whatever. I feel like that's irrelevant because this is something you don't have control over as a human being. You have zero control over where you were born, what you look like, where you came from, whether you're male, female, all that stuff when you're born, right? You have zero control over that. You don't even get to choose your name. Someone else chose your name for you that you're most likely going to use for the rest of your life. And I know you can change some of that stuff later in life, but pretty much you have no control over it. So why discriminate against people because of something they have no control over? We're only 2% difference at maximum human beings, which means we're 98 to 99% the same overall. And so again, when people come in and they start that stuff, they don't think I pick up on that stuff. Believe me, I'm conscious enough to know when someone's being a jerk, and that's when you gone. I don't mess around. Bye-bye. Thousands of dollars worth of stuff. You don't get a chance to win, which is great because the rest of my people who are awesome, they have a higher chance of winning because you're not around. There you go. I don't mess around, everybody. And you shouldn't either. You shouldn't put up with that. The thing about my parents' generation and the generation before that is they failed. They failed at being decent human beings. They treated others poorly. They told me, oh, well, this group looks like this, and this group is like this and like that. And then I would meet people. And, in every single group of peeps in the world, there are great people, and then there's also the a-holes, right? But you can't say everybody who looks like this, or every female, or every male, or every person that did this, or comes from this place is like this. Because people are uniquely different. They are not a one-digit or one-sided coin, you know what I mean? They are infinitely complex. So when you treat infinitely complex people as a single-digit thing or single-sided coin, that's not true. It's absolutely not true. I can tell you I've met hundreds of thousands of people all over the world. All over the world, from everywhere. And there's a-holes everywhere. There's morons. There's people who just do the stupidest stuff and make the baddest choices because of either the environment they grew up from, their parents, their friends, or whatever. They've learned that bad thing and keep repeating the same stupidity that has happened in the past. I've let all that go, everybody. You got to let that stupidity go because otherwise it'll just continue, right? The mistakes of the past will continue to keep going forward if you don't let it go, if you don't level up in real life, right? You got to level up in real life and realize that that was stupid and was a failure. It was an absolute failure of previous generations, of the inability to treat all human beings the same, right? To give them their chance to treat others with respect. And if they do, awesome. I like those peeps. And if you don't treat other people with respect, you can't be a decent human being, then I don't want anything to do with you. That's your problem. That's not my problem. What I'm doing is on me, and what other people are doing is on them. It's not your guys' problem either. You don't have to put all that stuff on your shoulders and carry that around, everybody. The stupidity of others. You absolutely don't have to. That's all on them. Now let's go play some Stream Raiders as well. Let's go. To battle! I get all into it, everybody. I'm not shy. You'll see that I'm not shy. I'll call them out every time. Let's go, everybody. Start battle. Let's do it. Oh, I forgot to. I gotta mark that. Let's go, mark it. Mark it. Oh, we're doing this battle. We notate every single ban that we've ever done or timeout or anything like that in the stream. I just did it myself there. Normally my mods would do it. But I don't mess around. Again, people want to be like that. Like this. Boom. Oops. I just put it, and I put it in the wrong thing. Classic. Classic Kismet move. Hold on. Man, I am having a rough week, everybody. Rough week. All right, there we go. Put it in the correct thing. Delete it out of the incorrect thing. There we go. There we go. All right, let's open the captain's chest. Give you guys some love. Grab some rewards. Let's see. Subi, Jessamy getting some love. And CW coming in MVP with the 13 kills. Crushing it. Let's get back to the map. Oh, look at that. We're already off and running. There's 200 gold. Oh, look at this cool one. Outlaw Musketeer skin. Cool. Collect the tank scrolls, which I don't need. And more gold right over there. Let's go middle one here. Again, we're going to keep the battles going all day long for you guys. We're going to try to get as much loot as possible. Now, I'm trying to work on, you can see I've got a bunch of these already at max level. I'm trying to work on my lower level ones here. I'm going to just keep throwing my rogues in. I'm going to keep throwing the rogue in as much as I can to try to get him as many scrolls as he can get. Unless we do like a 4 skull, and then, of course, I'll bring in the Wasteland Tycoon to help you guys, or maybe even Norbert to heal you guys through it and let you guys get... Yeah, I think I might start using my healer more often so that you guys can get more kills, so I can heal you, and you guys will get more kills and more rewards from that. That might be a better idea, because when I'm up in front, I might accidentally get a kill or something like that. Because the kills and all that stuff, it doesn't do me any good as the captain. Same thing with chests. It doesn't do me any good. So I want you guys to get all the loot, because that's the way I am. Let's go. There we go. The reason why we log that, by the way, everybody, every single time, this interface seems to be working now. Oh. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon there, everybody. Let me back away. There we go. So what I need to do is I need to clear out my inventory. There's just too much stuff for me to do anything with. So one of the things that we can do is we can use our starship over here to try to downscale some of this stuff. Now, one of the first things I would do is take the stuff that I do know I want to keep, like, say, silver. I'm going to hit X, and I'm going to move it to my starship here. So let's say silver and gold. Right over there. Okay, platinum I'd love to keep in there. There we go. Silver, again, to the starship. Let's see. Do we have anything in here? We have oxygen already in here. We got room for oxygen in there? Oof, not quite enough. Very close, though. Rusted metal. How much room? We've got room for that. We can throw that in there. We could probably just go over here and check in on our ferrite. Oh, God. Too close. Too close. I got to be further away. So when I get too close to it, it messes up the interface. It never did that before. The interface usually stayed uniform, but now it's not. Now it seems to be zooming in. The closer I get to the thing, it's actually zooming in. I wonder if that's something they've changed recently, because that's really odd. I've never seen it do that before. All right, so there we go. So we got that going. Now, speaking of gold and gold and silver. So what we're doing is we're taking our gold and silver here and we're combining them together. So we'll take 10,000 there, and then 10,000 silver, and then boom. That's going to make platinum. Now, that's one of the easiest ways to make platinum, and then platinum becomes, of course, nanites. And it's not probably the most efficient way of doing nanites, but it's the easiest way, I find. And so let's burn up a bunch of our silver and a bunch of our gold here. We're going to do a lot of conversion of that today. We're going to work on our nanites. We're going to work on unlocking a bunch of stuff as well. So there we go. We got 2 of those going. We got 3 of those going. All of that's looking good. Now, I have a bunch of storage areas over here, and my storage areas are full. Now, I usually find the #1 reason my storage areas is full is because I have a bunch of extra resources that I'm really not using, like cobalt right here, right? So let's take the cobalt out like this. And what can we do with the cobalt? Well, we can go in and actually set up some converters here to convert stuff. Now, I could do it here, but what I really want to do is actually go over here and go up to my spaceship and use it up there. Because on my spaceship, I can have, or on my freighter, I can have a lot more in a single space, and I don't have to run power lines or any of that other stuff to my ship itself. So I can literally just go into the upper atmosphere here. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew. Fly in this upper atmosphere here. Call my ship to me. Now watch this. See that? Those are all mine too. All these little ones. All the frigates there. I just love that, where you can have not only your own big capital ship, but you can also buy tons of little ships, and those little ships will go out on missions and make you the change right there for sure. For sure, for sure. So let's go into our primary ship here, and let's actually use our freighter for a good reason. Now, I've found that sometimes it's buggy, everybody. Sometimes you go in, you convert a bunch of stuff on your freighter, and then it just like all of a sudden all that stuff vanishes. But recently it seems to be working, so let's go see and see if it actually does retain our conversions of our materials. And so when you get to maximum, you probably need to stop collecting stuff, #1. And #2 is to go in and really start converting this stuff into the actual final resources that you need them to become, right? In the case of rusted metal, that's why I'm trying to basically create a ton of ferrite dust. So let's go into my exosuit here. You can see I'm pretty full there, but we're going to go here to my storage, and we're going to try to clear out some of the storage here. So we'll take the rusted metal out. We'll go in here. Now, you can actually go in and combine items with other items, and I'll show you that a bit today as well. Let's try to find that rusted metal. Where'd you go? There you go. Okay, so rusted metal in there. Now, what can I add to this? Now, normally your first additive that you can add is oxygen. But in this case, you can see, oh, well, you can't see because I got to back away. There we go. You can't actually add oxygen to rusted metal. One of the few things that you can't boost. Where is it? It wandered off. Huh. Where'd you go? Speaking of, did I just lose it? I think I just lost it. Again, it's not perfect, everybody. It's definitely not perfect. All right, let's try that again. I think I just lost a stack of rusted metal, but oh well. That's okay. I got it auto-collecting, so we'll just deal with it. Okay, rusted metal in there. Let's put this one away in there. Okay, there we go. Let's get 2 stacks. Not a big fan of this storage interface. I think the storage interface should be right here. And it should show you all the stuff in your storage, so you can just move it over. It would be way better. So, all right, so we'll put that in there, and then we'll go ahead and put this in here. Again, I was trying to show you that the oxygen does not boost this. Now, sometimes you can boost certain resources with oxygen. That would always be the first thing I would test. Did I also lose my oxygen as well? I did. I just lost 10,000 oxygen as well. Like I said, it does sometimes act funky. But there we go. So request operation unavailable. So you can combine elements as well. So you can combine 2 elements up to 3 elements together if you're making the higher end stuff, which we will eventually. But let's go ahead and start our rusted metal. Right there. Rusted metal takes a long time. But it's one of those things you just set up and let it run, and you should be good. Okay, and then over here, begin. And then now we're just going to go down the line here. We're going to be doing a bunch of conversions of our stuff, like some cobalt here. It's going to make it ionized cobalt. Over here, same thing. Take our ferrite dust out that we did before. You can see we're really starting to downscale. Now, one of the things that you have to watch for is that if this is going 1-to-1, you're not really saving any space. But I know I'm going to need a bunch of ionized cobalt, so I'm going to go ahead and just convert all of that cobalt over to ionized cobalt, and it's going to convert at a ratio of 2 from the original, and then make 1 ionized cobalt. So 2 original cobalt, 1 ionized cobalt. Now, how can I make that even better? Well, let's go ahead and try to add oxygen to this. Oh, look out! Kismet Love Train coming in. Grab some oxygen. Thank you very much for coming and bringing that love. Wombat for hire, 5 months of sub love right there. Hey, Kismet, welcome back. Glad to see you're feeling better. Yes, I can breathe again. Breathing is awesome, everybody. I like breathing. Yeah, what happens is my throat starts to close up. And it really makes, I had to use my emergency inhaler, which I don't use an inhaler all that often. But when I get to a point where I physically feel like I can't breathe, I got to use that inhaler, or I will probably die. And so that's what I had to do. And that's always a scary moment. I know the second I'm going, oh my God, I got to grab, where's my inhaler at? Yeah, basically it opens up my throat so that all that stuff that's going down the back of my throat will get out of there so I don't choke to death. All right, so if we add oxygen over here, what happens? Oh, wait, here we go. So now instead of it doing 2-to-1, it's actually going to go 2-to-5. So this actually is a more efficient way of converting cobalt. So, and also what we're going to do is we're going to use up our oxygen as well. So let's go ahead and go back over here and say, you know what? We changed our mind. We don't want to do that. We want to actually add oxygen with our cobalt as well. So we're going to get a lot more of that. So let's go ahead and get our oxygen out. And again, this is why I collect all this stuff, is for that particular use of making ionized cobalt. Now, ionized cobalt used to be used with boosting your inventory space, but I believe it's not used anymore. But we're just going to fool around with some conversions today. And this is what I meant to do today. And it's funny because my thing was all screwed up. The one thing it screws up would be that. This is too funny. All right, we'll put that over there again. So now it's going to go 2-to-5. So you're actually going to get an extra one because you're using your oxygen. But it's also, you got to think it's using 2 of this and 2 of this to make 5. Now, is that more efficient? I think it might be potentially less efficient if you think about it. It's going to produce more from the same amount, though, so you don't have to collect as much cobalt. But if you got to think if it's 2-to-1, so say I put 1,000 in there, right? And it's going to produce 2,000. Now, in the case of this, it's going to use 2,000 cobalt and 2,000 oxygen at the same time. So it's using twice as much resources to produce the same thing in theory, but it's not, because it's going to do 5 times it would normally do. So I think in the long run, this actually is more efficient. It seems like the other way is more efficient, but that actually is more efficient conversion-wise. All right, so we got cobalt going there. Now you can see we got a large area that we can get going on. And so we're going to do that. Oh, I'm too close. Got to back away. We found a little bug in the interface today where I have to be backed away from the thing. Another thing that we want to convert here is going to be, what do we got in our cargo here? We got to put more oxygen back in our cargo. Let's put that back into there. There we go. And I've got tons more cobalt here. And you're like, well, Kismet, what are you going to do with the rest of that cobalt? Well, I'm going to get rid of it. It doesn't do me any good just sitting in my inventory. It's actually collecting more cobalt for me right now. So probably a good idea to just say, you know what, we're going to clean house some of this cobalt. I'm actually going to make about 12 million right there. We're going to sell all that. Bye-bye. Gone. Out of there. Now that clears up a bit of my inventory and then also clears up a bit of my storage. Now, I do have all of my storage along the outer edge here, and we're going to just do a bit of storage cleanup today. We're going to take a look at what we got, right? So we got ionized cobalt, ferrite dust. We've got some oxygen. Let's go ahead and just put our oxygen back in there. We know we're going to need that. Carbon, ionized carbon. Let's get that out. Ferrite dust, chromatic metal. Now, I'm typically looking probably most for ferrite dust. So we're going to go ahead and put that like that and just organize this a little bit. Now, this is actually, in the long run, it's a waste of time. The reason why is because a lot of this stuff in here, I'm going to be moving around so much that it's just going to get all messed up again. It sadly does not automatically keep this organized for you. It'd be awesome if you could just say only this resource goes into this box and only this resource goes into that box and so on and so forth. You see we've got a lot of silver. We're going to tap into that here in just a moment. We're going to use that for our ship. We've got, wow, way too much uranium and probably way too much copper. All right, let's get rid of this uranium. Now, what can we do with uranium? Let's run back over here to our other converters that we have going. Now, if you notice how I have these spread out, you can't put them right next to each other. At some point, they decided that you couldn't have them right next to each other, which really sucks. I think they should all just be able to put next to each other. Because, you know, it's just like, okay, whatever. Why would you limit that? I don't know. Because you just want to put a string of them. All right, so uranium becomes ferrite dust as well at a 1-to-1 conversion, which is great because I need a bunch of ferrite dust. So we'll go ahead and just convert that uranium to ferrite dust. Now, what happens if we go ahead and say, you know what, hold on, we're going to take uranium and then do again with our oxygen right here. Oh, it becomes something else. It becomes gamma root. How much gamma root do I have? I don't know, but what the heck? Let's just convert some into gamma root, and then we'll have some of that, right? So it's fun to try out different combinations. And of course, you could look it up online and all of that. I'm not that type of person. I don't like to look it up. I don't want to know the chart. I don't want to know all of that. I want to try it and figure it out as I play through the game, because that's what makes the game fun. It's those discovery moments, right? Discovery and exploration is one of the mechanics of games. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead and sell a bit of the excess uranium off over here at our Galactic Trade Terminal. Now, if you sell too much, you're going to crash the market of that particular item. There we go. All right, sold all that off. Looking good. Right over here. I think we were on this one. Let's see. Oh, we got gold there and silver. And over here, we're going to do a lot of conversion today. We're going to keep all that silver. Okay, we're going to use all that silver? Yep, I'm going to use it here in just a moment, too. All right, we probably have way too much copper. Let's grab a little bit more uranium out of there. Let's grab that copper. And let's get some copper converted as well. I can tell you I've got way too much copper. More cobalt in there. Let's get that out of there. Got way too much copper just sitting in there. We need to get busy, right? Whoa, super loot. Look out. Exclamation jump in the chat, everybody. Somebody threw a super loot down. That's where you can go ahead and grab a bunch of stuff. By the way, that stuff is coming through. New avatars you can unlock by using your gold that you get from the super loot bags here. So you do exclamation jump in the chat and your avatar will jump. You can't create a free avatar right down in the panels down below, everybody. You can create yourself a cool English Welsh corgi. Customize your corgi, put wings on them and glasses and all sorts of fun stuff. Or you can make yourself a little baby dragon, like you can see right there in the chat. Very, very awesome. All right, so we're going to keep our conversion going here. And we're going to make some more converters. And we're going to really scale up our conversion here. Let's do it. Let's really scale it up a bunch. Now, you're going to see it turn purple. Purple usually means that you're too close to one that already exists, like right here. So if I go ahead and move in this direction, at some point it should change color. And if it doesn't, that means that you're still too close to your other one there. Now, you can see how far that one's offset there, and so on. Now, I can also try to go in and say, hey, Kismet, why don't you just add more room to this particular area? Now, this works in a kind of inverse way where I'm actually putting in the, and I need tritium now too, putting in the object as opposed to taking it. This works on a negative space because normally when you're building, right, you put down a foundation, you put in some walls. Well, here, you actually can take it out by holding down like control, and you'll see that it actually, it's like it adds it in by taking it out. And then you go ahead and click it again by adding that in, and it puts it in by adding the thing. I know it's really backwards. It's probably one of the most awkward things in the game. But we got it going on. We got it going on. We'll keep going like that. Now, so I've got to have these going in the long way here. Now, I am missing a third one here on this side. You can have 2 of these and then 3 of these next to each other. So let's try to get our third one here, and we'll come back to adding onto that. We're going to need a lot of tritium today. We're going to work on tritium pretty heavy here. Let's try to remember how to rotate. There we go. Again, see, when it turns purple, it's not that it's too close to these ones. It's that it's too close to that over there. Oh, we need some dehydrogen jelly. Let's put our pungium away. Let's make some dehydrogen jelly. Oh, I gotta click the right buttons. There we go. Dehydrogen jelly. And we're gonna make 5 of those. Boom. There we go. All right. And so we'll get our third converter in there. Now we're looking good. Now we're going to go ahead and take our copper and put that in there. Now that makes chromatic metal. Chromatic metal is very important because chromatic metal is how you make your bases. Very, very important to get that going on and whatnot. And so we're going to do that. And of course, we're going to need some more oxygen. We'll try to put oxygen in there. Oh, does it work? Does it work with oxygen? No worries. We'll put the oxygen back onto us. Now we'll go ahead, convert some chromatic metal. Again, all of this stuff you should have converting because it will reduce the amount of stuff that you have. Because I don't really need the copper itself. I need the chromatic metal more than I need the copper itself. Now let's go ahead and work on our larger converters again here. And again, we're going to need microprocessors. We're going to need 5 of those. Let's go ahead and see if we can make some of those right in here. I'm not sure if I've unlocked that yet. I seriously doubt it. Oh, I did. I did unlock them right there. So I need some carbon nanotubes to get those going. So I need 5 carbon nanotubes. That shouldn't be a problem. I've got plenty of carbon. Pyrite, let's put that away for right now. And then that's going to allow me to make 5 of those. Okay, there we go. And then we can make it. Now again, see how it's purple? That's telling me that I'm too close. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn this way, start walking in this direction. Aha, there we go. Again, you can make a nice line of converters. Like so. Now one of the benefits of your ship is the fact that it actually, you don't have to run any power lines or anything like that. Not that you have to run power lines to these converters anyway, but later on you'll see me work on plants and stuff like that. And that will allow me to not have to worry about that. Now, one of the weird things about this right here, this particular thing, make 5 of those and make some more microprocessors. Actually, let's just do this. Hold down E. There we go. One of the things that it does look like these actually connect to each other because it's got this little nubby at the end. See that little nubby on that side? It actually does look like it snaps into the other one. I don't know. Is it just me? Or does anyone else think it should just snap in there like that, right? It doesn't snap automatically. I had to manually line that up. But, you know, we try. All right. So that's working, and this is working. Let's get it doing something. Let's get it converting some of this copper because we got so much resources. Now, because this only converts about 4,000 of the resources, that means I have to run it multiple times for it actually to do all of the resources. Because up there, it's going to do a 2-to-1. And so it's 10,000, and it's only doing 4,000. So you get, 1,000 or so left over after it's done converting. Now, usually by the time you get about that far, your first ones up here should be about done. Now you notice these first couple are not done, but these ones over here are done. And why are these not done? Well, these ones are ferrite dust. The ferrite dust, oh, hold on. I lost my resources, everybody. Oh, there we go. That one's working. Ferrite dust takes a really long time, like 20 minutes or so, to keep that running. So we're going to take that out, let that run. So yeah, this one's messed up. It's not showing me my resources. I can't take my resources out. So what I'm going to do is just go like this, take it out like this, and then put it back in. And see if I can get it to work now. And this game has a lot of bugs, everybody, as every game does. It's really frustrating though when you're manually collecting resources, and then you got all of these set up to convert, and then you come back and then your resources are gone. That's not good because you spent all that time collecting it. That's why I have it automatically collecting stuff. Because if I lose it, I don't feel so bad. If I do lose my resources. But definitely feels like a reinstall for No Man's Sky for sure. And again, we'll get this going. Oh, I forgot to hit begin again. So again, as you can see, it's created about 4,000. Now, because I'm also using the oxygen over here, I might have to start it like 4 times, right? I wish that it just converted it and put it away into your storage, because then you don't have to come back and restart it all the time, which does get old after a while. But there we go. And again, we can just take this out. And if we take it out, then it will just run for that much longer. Oh, look, a lot of gamma root getting done there. Nice. Let that run. And then ferrite dust here being converted from uranium and so on. Now we just let that run until it stops and then kind of come over here. These are both running. Awesome. Let's go ahead and try to make some more small ones. We're going to need 15 dehydrogen jelly. Let's see if we've got enough for that. That's because it's 5 per each one. There we go. And we've got magnetized ferrite. And I'm in my fly camera. God, what's my rotate key? There we go. R for rotate. Yeah, that's too awkward. Too awkward. There we go. Rotate it around this way. Close. The other ones, there we go. Yeah, it looked like the side of them, they plug into each other. Like that. But they don't. Alright. Again, lots of conversion going on today. Whether it's actually going to convert it is a whole nother story. But let's keep our copper going. Let's go ahead and grab more copper out of our storage. I know I probably have a huge backlog of copper, unless we just got it all out of there, but I would imagine it has a good amount hiding in there somewhere. More right there. Copper? Really? Wow. Okay. Okay, cool. Okie dokie. Got them all converting, looking good. Now, here's when it usually gets messed up the most. When I leave and I come back, that's usually when my conversion gets messed up the most out of all of it. That's when you got to watch out, for sure, for sure. Now, another thing that I want to do is start to work with my plants. I'm not sure how far in this particular playthrough I've got going on my plants here. I don't think I've actually done anything with my plant stuff, my farming yet. Yeah, I haven't done my farming yet, so I do need to get that going on. And then we'll create gigantic farms of plants, another great use here. as well. Now let's also go see if we can find some tritium. Tritium is usually the thing I'm looking for. That and a hydrogen, looking for that. Don't see any tritium in there. Any other stuff that we need? Not really. Not really. In that particular one, let's go ahead and save because we just did all of that. We'll let that convert. Now again, I'm a little afraid to leave because if I leave and I come back, all those resources might vanish. And we'll probably see that at some point in here. Now we'll go ahead and take the rest of this cobalt. We'll go ahead and put that back in. Uranium back in. We've got a bunch of antimatter on us. Then we've also got some platinum that we can go ahead and utilize. But I'm just going to go ahead and risk it, everybody. I'm going to risk that it's going to screw up all of my conversions by going back to my main base. Let's go see what happens. Let's go see. I just found a BTT setting that auto-collects stream loots. Heck yes, there you go. There you go. I didn't even know that was a thing. Was that a thing, that auto-collects loot? Send me a screenshot of that. Where you found that. What's it called? If you post it on the Discord, that'd be awesome. Then I can throw it out to everybody. And then everybody can auto-collect all of their points while they're lurking in the channel. That'd be amazing. Okay, so let's hope that now that I'm back to my primary base, that it actually keeps my conversion. I usually find on your planet bases that you don't lose your resources. But on your ship, for some reason, you have a chance of losing your stuff more often. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's just a glitch up on the planet side. But we'll also build out this base a bit more here on the ship side. But we'll build out this base so we can do more conversion here as well. More platinum onto me. Keep that conversion going. And so normally what I do is I start off with a pretty modest base, right? Just this thing right here, so I don't have to micromanage the actual converters and stuff like that. But now's a good time to say, okay, oh, look at that ship weirdly parked down there. That's a weirdly parked ship. So now's about a good time to kind of expand our base and make a much bigger base. Now, if you notice, my base is elevated. It's way up off the ground, and that's because I have it set up along with the side of this gigantic thing that I took over. Oh, you can see my ships up there. What a cool shot. You can see another planet and then all of my ships up there in the sky. And so a good idea to go in and unlock your stuff for building, and we'll do that battle here in just a second. So we can go into structures. Now again, the structure that I'm using right here is the cylindrical room, which is a great way to get started. You just throw that down. You don't have to run any power lines or anything like that. Put some solar on the top, and it will keep your base going. So that's a good one. Now also, we've got a door that goes along with it, but if you notice that I don't have anything else unlocked. That's it. That's all I've got, because that's usually what I use. By the way, I have never built an underwater base yet. We will get into it. I don't rush caves. We'll get into that eventually. But we need some more ability to build out our base here so that we can have a bunch more conversions, so we don't have to just rely on our spaceship. It's much better to do it planet side, I feel, than any other place. So we've got to, oh, where am I going? I got to go this way, over this way here. Turn my light on. And then we're going to go ahead and get in our ship. And we're going to do that battle here in just a moment. Let's get up here into space. While we're flying into the anomaly here. Because you want to fly a bit away from the planet. And I'll usually fly through whatever meteor area it is. And then I'll call it in usually close by wherever my ship is as well. So boom, call in the anomaly. There we go. And this is awesome every single time, by the way. Every time you fly into this is cool. Now, if you wonder if No Man's Sky is still a vibrant community, here's how you know. Look at this. See all these ships here? Those are all player ships. Those are all player ships. Bunch of people playing the game right now at this moment. There's one's flying out. I can see people running along, doing their thing. And that is multiplayer. Now, because I reset my settings, my multiplayer function is back on. But I don't have to play multiplayer. Network, here we go. I've got multiplayer enabled. I can go ahead and turn that disabled, right? Like this. Who can join my group? Invite only. Voice chat, disabled. Text chat, no one. Friends only. Allow PvP with no one. And so on. You can go in and you can adjust all of these. Now I'm going to go ahead and readjust mine there. And look at this. Everybody vanished. Right? Now, everybody gone, just like that. So you can turn the multiplayer on and off. They've added lots of new multiplayer functions in the game with their latest update, Expeditions. And so you can get together with your buddies and go get into trouble. Now, me, I'm just playing a solo game. So I don't really want to deal with anybody else. And I think that's one of the greatest features of the game. That you can do it both first person, third person, solo, or team play, or a combination of both. Because I can turn on team play at any time. Flip it on, get with peeps together, and we go get into trouble. But I'm kind of single playing right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of everybody else. So I don't have to have them running in front of me or their ships in the way or whatever. And so I got to run over here, and I thrust my way up onto this thing, because it's a little bit of a shortcut. And then I thrust my way right up here onto this balcony. Because behind this balcony is where your upgrades can be purchased. Now, you can't do it the traditional way where you do all the questing and you unlock them by going to different locations and whatnot, but you can also just come right up here and unlock stuff as you go along. And I'm always kind of eyeballing this weapon terminal up here to see if there's anything good in there. In this case, not really. Not really. But we don't want this one over here. We want this one over here. And that is the Construction Research Station. You can see on this particular playthrough, I don't have that much unlocked. I do need some salvage data. Now, this is different than nanotites. Nanotites, you unlock other items with that. This is salvage data to unlock that. We've got our cylindrical room. We can add straight rooms, other rooms like that. We've also got other things we can do. These are large prefabs. We have small prefabs, which we can do the room. I actually like the cuboid room. It's one of my favorite things to do when you're starting to really extend your base. So we're going to unlock that one and fool around with that one a bit today. But there is even more than that. Of course, we've got our cuboid room. We have all of our beacons and things like that we can unlock. Message modules, which I rarely ever use, and so on. Lots and lots of stuff to unlock there. Now, I've noticed that my interface, for some reason, the closer I am to the terminal, the more cut off it is on the sides. I thought it was something to do with where I am, but I noticed a way to fixing that is to back up a little bit away from the terminal and stand back. And then, as you can see, now it fits better on the screen. I don't know if that's just from the update that it's doing that now. I don't know, but it is really awkward when you can't see all the elements on there. Something to definitely do with it. Now, there's also underwater chambers that you can do, which I've never done this ever in the game. One of these days, we're going to get that going. Decals don't unlock them. I don't unlock all this decorative stuff, usually. This stuff I do unlock. This is very important right here. This is our industrial stuff, where it is actually collecting the minerals and then putting it in our supply depots, or extracting gas and then putting that in the supply depots, which is constantly doing that for me all the time. Now, make sure you also unlock the power line, so that you can have your electric generators, which means it's perpetual power. It just keeps running your generators all the time. And you also got to unlock your survey device, so you can go out and survey those underground nodes. Very, very cool. So we'll unlock that. We'll come back and unlock some other things. Now, this guy over here, he's our Starship research guy. Research updates. Now, you can see I've done a good amount of updates so far. And again, I'm pretty early game in there as well. Hey, Last Flash, what's up? And you can see I've got a launch system recharger. I find a lot of times that this launch system recharger is actually on a ship that you buy. But we can look up here. We got 1,700 nanotite clusters. We'll go ahead and unlock that just in case we might need that on our future ship. And again, over here, let's go ahead and just unlock some ship stuff today. And we're going to unlock some more stuff. But before we get into all of that, let's go ahead and do another battle. Let's do it. To battle! All right, we're going to go ahead and fire up another battle, get you guys some love. Let's go. Let's do it. I've become so good at solar that I don't even look for energy hotspots. Really? Yeah, solar's pretty easy. When you get your gold farm going, you can use solar all the time if you want. But I like to have that perpetual power where I just set it and forget it, right? I feel like doing that is much easier than the solar early game. Because early game, you'd have to collect a lot of gold if you're going to use solar on all of your farms. Where I prefer just to go set up my power, and then if I add more stuff, all I have to do is add more power things as opposed to collecting more resources, right? Because I typically have the resources I need for the industrial. But that's just the way I like to play. There's no wrong way to play the game. You play it however you want. Open Captain Chad's grant rewards. Let's see. Rotisserie G getting 20 gold. Jessamy getting some love, and so Subi as well. Last show getting some love as well. Blair Fire 44 months of sub love. Bringing that Kismet love train. Look at them full screen alerts, everybody. It's cool every time. It's cool every single time. All right, back to the map, everybody. Let's keep these battles going. Oh, more loot. What do we got? Orchdromeda bronze badge. Some more tank scrolls, which I don't need. I have literally thousands of extra tank scrolls. Let's try to run by this gold here. Get this going again. I'm just going to keep spamming my rogue. Try to get him some stuff here to get him leveled up. All right, let's get back to it. All right. Now, again, we can go ahead and unlock a bunch of stuff in here. Now, what would I really need? Maybe some better armor, some photon cannon upgrades. Over here, we got instability drive. High advanced upgrade for the pulse engine. Vastly increases fuel efficiency. Yes, definitely. Want to get that going on. Now, why am I unlocking all of this stuff? Well, I'm unlocking this stuff because I'm going to be working on my ship at some point. So while we're here, we might as well just use up... I mean, these nanotite clusters don't do you any good just sitting in your inventory. They definitely would help you a lot if you had them on your ship. Now, we've also got a Sublight Amplifier here. Now, you got to see that this stuff uses more advanced stuff like the resonator and things like that. It definitely uses a lot of platinum and tritium. Make sure that you do have access to those resources before you start unlocking all this stuff. Otherwise, you're unlocking it for no reason. But I'm going to go ahead and just unlock what I can for my ship. And I usually just work left to right. And that's basically what I'm going to do. Until I run out of nanotite clusters, which is probably getting pretty close. Let's see, I need 240 for this, and I don't have enough for that, so we'll come back to that later on. And we've already got all of our drives open. We've got our launcher open. And we'll work on our armor, and then all of our weapons. And I usually work on all of that stuff first, before I work on, like, my exocraft and all that other stuff. Wrong side. Oh, wait, we can see if we got a reset. Hold on, let's go way over here, and let's see if our thing is reset. Nope. At some point, it does reset your backpack upgrades. So if you do see that in there, you'll be set. Now, I'm going to go ahead, instead of going back to my ship, I'm going to run over here to the teleporter. And we're going to teleport back down to the base. It's just going to be faster than to get in our ship and all of that. Right here. Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Wanlo. Thank you very much for coming in to becoming a new Teamwork Tycoon. Let's show some love in the chat, everybody, for our latest follow there. Appreciate that. Now, let's get back into it here. I'm going to have me some OJ while we're teleporting. Let's go. Tasty OJ. All right, and back to our paradise planet. I'm gonna back away a bit here. Back away because I've been having an interface issue where if I get up too close. All right, so we got our platinum still going. All of these are still converting. We want to go ahead and make a bigger base. And so what we're going to do is, instead of using what we've been using before, which is our cylindrical room, we're going to use our smaller thing, which is our cuboid room. Now, we've already got some platforms here. which we can try to use our cuboid room in. It's a little awkward when you first start to use it. You'll see why. We're going to go ahead and put that down right there. And so now we've got a little cuboid room, right? And if we go and we look at it, we try to get out of there. There we go. There we go. And you're like, well, how do you get in there, Kismet? Now you've taken your first step into a larger world. Let's go ahead and add this across here. And obviously we need to do the same thing we did in another thing where we can actually go ahead, unlock that, and then now we can go in and we have this kind of open room. But the thing is now in this room, I can actually, look at the cool lighting, I can actually expand this on and on. So you can see we've got this going. But if we go outside here and we go ahead and add more, let's say down the line here, add more of these. Now remember, these take, if you look, it takes pure ferrite, about 100 pure ferrite. This is why we're making ferrite dust at this moment, is so we can get that going on. So we're going to make this nice and long here, like this. And then let's go ahead and add some more here. Now this is exceptionally cool when you come back and you start using glass, so that you can not only be in your base, but you can also look around. And I'm not going to make this too big because I know I'm going to come back and change this. But let's go ahead and make it big enough to where we can see the interior of it change. See, like that. So now we have more room to make all of our particular things. You notice that it also takes on the properties of whatever's under it. So how can we snap stuff in here? Well, let's go ahead and go back to our stuff here, and we're going to go ahead and put this down on the ground. And if you notice, it doesn't snap to anything, unlike in that other room. In the other room, it actually does. It snaps to the stuff that's in there. You can go in here, and you can see that we've snapped some items there. So say we go in, and we say, hey, we want to add something in here. Let's add a battery. Add another battery in here. It'll actually snap to the bottom part here, which you can see over on this side. If I get it just right here, there we go. You can see it's actually snapping under there and actually attaches to itself in those particular spots, and so on. I typically don't like the thing in the middle like that. I find that really obnoxiously in the way, so I typically won't put that stuff in the middle because it's like in my way as I'm running through my base. Where this gives you more of a kind of a free-form option, where you can go in here and say, okay, you know what, let's just go ahead and put in some more converters in here, because we're trying to do our conversion today. We got to go to this one. There we go. And we're going to try to put in some of these big ones. Now, it seems like a lot of room when you first get in there, but it really is going to, these things take up a lot of room. For sure, for sure. Now we might be able just to clean this up a bit to take out, looks like it's crooked too, to take out these under pieces here. Yeah, it's definitely crooked. I don't like it. I don't like it. Out it goes. I never mind taking something back out again if I don't like it. For sure, for sure. There we go. Now weirdly, it doesn't snap well. These particular cubes, right? Like that should snap into that base piece there, right? It should snap right in there. There should be a snappy McSnappy in there. Now, do I really need to be up here on the top part of the base? Probably not. I feel like I don't need to teleport up here. What am I running in here for? I guess for the vendor. It's also where my base computer is, right there. And then this is like my little starter area that I created. Right there. I'm a little tempted to put it on the ground level. Let's keep it up here. Let's move this away just a little bit this time. Let's try to line it up a little better. try that. Now, when you first play No Man's Sky, this building, the way that you build is real awkward because you're not aiming toward the floor. You're actually aiming toward the middle of the object because that's where the like snap point is. Like here, I'm aiming more toward the middle than the ground. Most games, they work off ground level. There we go. And let's add a third row. You're like, Kismet, why don't you just use your walls and all of that stuff? Well, you can, but this is actually putting down, if you think about it, it's putting down 4 walls for you automatically, where I don't have to actually put in each and every wall. It'll do it for me. And so, and as I add it, it's an additive space, meaning it'll just make my base bigger and bigger and bigger inside, which is going to help me a lot, so I don't have to do all the work, right? Having it do the work is the best. Right there. I think I missed one. I can see I missed one there. Right. Right there. That's no problem. Good now. All right, look at our nice, cool little room we made. Okay, now we're getting it going, right? Now we're getting it going on. We're just trying to make some room in here so that we can add some more conversion stuff where we don't have to stand outside. Now, this particular planet is one of the greatest planets. Hey, Janela, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good. Hey, Saint Paco Taco and Wombat, thanks for showing some love in the chat. One of the things that I don't have to do this at all, what I'm doing right now on this particular planet, and the reason why I don't have to do anything is because this is the very rarest planet you can find. It's a paradise planet with low sentinels or no sentinels, and also it has no weather, right? So there's no adverse weather. It's not raining all the time or toxic environment or whatever. I can literally just build my entire base out in the open without have to enclose it in this particular planet, which is great. Now, one of the drawbacks of that, of course, is you still burn up your oxygen running around. But in this particular case, I'm trying to make some microprocessors if I can remember what I'm doing. Carbon nanotubes. Let's go ahead and try to make 10 of these. Man, that goes way faster than it used to. Oh, that's because I don't have to confirm it anymore. I turned the confirm thing off. Yay! I always forget to turn that off. I hate that confirm thing. Because when you're on PC, you just want to press the button. You don't have to hold it down. There's no reason for me to hold it down on PC. I can understand on console because you don't want to do it by mistake. But on PC, very rarely do you make that mistake, right? Very rarely. Let's go ahead and build 15 of these. There we go. And now we go ahead and build. Now, this is awkward when you're inside as well, trying to get this to go. As you can see, it's kind of snapping somewhat now to the center. And that's what it does. It'll snap to that centerpiece on this. But here you can see it's now snapping to the center of that square. And that's awesome. Because that's what you want. Because now the square is going to operate as a way of snapping that in there. Now, I find that it's actually the center. Again, you don't want to aim toward the ground. You want to aim toward the center of the room, right? The center of that cube. And look how nicely that lines up now. Isn't that cool? Again, that's one of the things, the reason why I like the cube rooms is because it gives you that, what I call like easy snap. And then we'll make 15 more of these, hopefully. See how that's going. Oh, there we go. And then again, we can try to snap it by the center. Bring your cursor up, and then you can rotate it. And look at this, everybody. This is like made for this. This is made for just creating gigantic bases full of conversions. Now, you can see it's a bit spread out and whatnot, but it's really nice how it snaps to the center of the room and then acts as just making it easier on me, the person who's trying to convert the stuff. Now, want to go ahead and try to convert more gold and more silver. We've got some silver on us. We do right there. And let's just go very heavy on our gold and silver conversion because we're getting a massive backlog of all of that. silver, and there's our gold. There's our gold. And more silver. Alright, lots of gold and silver production. And let's go ahead and check our bank. Let's go ahead and get more gold and silver out of there. Oh my goodness. Holy demoles. Way too much of all of that. Again, most of the time what it does is if you let it go too long, it'll fill up all of your inventory, and then you have no room for the actual resources that you need in the moment. So you definitely want to get your conversion bases set up. And you'll see I'll build a massive one. I'll build an absolute insane one. Because again, I don't trust the frigate as much as I do your base level planet for my conversions. Because I've had many times where it is basically just my resources are gone. So tens of thousands of resources just lost. So I highly suggest mainly focusing on your planet-based bases. Where's my gold? Right there. Okay, so now I've got the bulk of them doing platinum, and then the last one, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the platinum that I have, and if you have 10,000 platinum, it's going to convert to about 285 nanotite clusters, which is awesome, because guess what it's going to do? It's going to do that while I'm busy doing something else. So it's going to just keep running all of that, like so, and there we go. Run on out of there, do something else. Which is real fun. Okay, so now we got that going. Now what do we got in our cargo? Again, we're getting low on stuff here. Let's move this stuff over. Let's see. What do we always... We need to always have a certain amount of resources with us while we're running around. One of those things would be our oxygen. There. What else we've got? Some chromatic metal. We already have a full stack of chromatic metal. So this... so this one we can go ahead and put away. Right there. Very nice. We've got our ionized cobalt, but not our cobalt. Do we need raw cobalt? Yeah, sometimes we do. So let's go ahead and grab a nice stack of cobalt. Stick that in our cargo. You're like, Kismet, how come you haven't upgraded all of your units yet? Because we're going to be doing that today. I typically I'm not in a rush in the game. I've done it before. I've unlocked everything and unlocked all the stuff and billions of dollars and so on. Right now I've got 6 million on me right now, almost 700 million, very close to that billion. Right now I can actually go get a bunch of money, and I'd be very close to that $1 billion. And we'll get into that in a bit, right? We want to deal with our resources, make sure we got enough inventory space, get our conversions going. One of the things you want to do is have as many things going as you can at the same time. We're going to take our antimatter out of here too, because if we put it in there, it stacks more efficiently. So instead of being 2 stacks, it's only 1 stack in your cargo. A very useful thing there. Same thing with your microprocessors and things like that. It's actually more efficient to have it in here when you're playing in the normal mode, for sure. So we got our dehydrin there. Let's see. Our signal booster should be on our starship. Let me carry that around. How are we looking here? With too much pyrite. There. Let's put this here. I see I've got 2 of these. Let's destroy one of those. There we go. Pungium. Let's put that away. Gold. Put that away. Metal plating. You know what? I'm actually going to just... Come on, fingers. There we go. Put that onto me. Silver. Let's put that away. Now, why do I have uranium? Uranium actually works with our engine here and pyrite. And you can see I've got pyrite lined up with that. Uranium actually goes over here. So it goes to my launch thruster. So I can just drag it down and fill that up. See? Just like that. Chromatic metal. Do we got room for that in our high capacity slot? No. Put that away. Phosphorus. Are we using any phosphorus right now? Probably not. Put that away. And now we've cleaned up our starship. And we're starting to clean up our inventory as well. Condensed carbon. Do we already have condensed carbon in here? We do. And we've already got it pretty much full. So we don't need to carry. I usually carry about 1 stack of any given resource. I max those stacks, and then I put the excess away like that. Same thing with pyrite. Silicon powder, don't need that right now. Dioxide actually is a great substitute for oxygen. So if you're having trouble and you can't find enough oxygen, look for dioxide on those frozen planets, and you can use that instead, which is pretty great. We'll put that away. Navigation data. That would be a great one over here. Let's go ahead and take out our base resource, like our sodium here. Let's put that into here, and then we'll take our nav data and we'll put it in here. Now, what happens sometimes is your nav data will stack much more efficiently. You can see it's 2 stacks when it's in my general, or it's a single stack when it's in my cargo slot. Now, if you notice that I have already some nav data there and here, I love how it highlights, by the way, that particular thing. Especially when you have it split. Man, I forget what the split key is. What is our split key? God, I can't remember. Oh, C. C is the split key. That's right. You got to pick it up and then hit C. There we go. It'll highlight items when you split the stack. It'll show you when you have multiple of the same thing in there. So that's very inefficient. So I'm going to take this out of here, put that in my thing, and then I'm also going to pick this up and cut this in half and put half of this away as well. Why do I want to put half of that away? So I have room, so when I pick up more nav data, it will automatically drop into that particular stack. And I usually try to keep those stacks, my nav data and wiring looms, about halfway. This way, if I pick any of them up, it'll automatically go into my cargo. Same thing with this other resources here. You don't necessarily have to carry around 10,000 oxygen. So if you take that out and cut it in half, and then take this and put that away, when you get more oxygen, it'll automatically stack there, and so on and so forth. So we're going to go ahead and do that, just so that if we do get any more of this, we'll have that extra room to have it stack into there, and so on and so forth. So we have to make sure to have some room for stacking stuff. We got sodium nitrate. I've got all of our carbon in there. Cobalt, let's go ahead and do the same thing here. Let's cut this in half. Let's put that away. Chromatic metal, same thing. Cut that in half. Put it down, then hit X. Transfer it into our storage. Again, that's going to allow us to, any of it that we pick up, end up in there. Now, also I'm going to put my microprocessors in there because they stack better in there. I got a GEC relic that I don't really need. Let's put that away. We got a bunch of platinum and sodium. Now, you want to keep the basic resources on you, which are oxygen, cobalt, ferrite dust, carbon, and of course sodium. Sodium is to help you against the elements, right? You definitely want to have that for sure. Rainbows. What is it? Something in rainbows. What is that song? Something in rainbows. Something in rainbows. Something like that. It makes me think of that song. I can't remember what the other thing is though. All right, we got dehydrogen. Now, well, the thing we don't have a lot of, tritium. And tritium is one of those things that you just need a crazy ton of it. For sure. Hey, Reaper in the chat. Now, if you guys noticed that you got some new badges, if you do donate bits, I did add a ton of new bit badges. I've not officially released them because they're also going to have new emotes. That's right. You can unlock even more emotes in my channel by donating bits. That's right. So I'm going to let you guys get tons of those. Now, I haven't been worked on right now. So when I get those new emotes, and they will correlate to your bit badges for all those people who do drop bits into my love train over there, you will definitely get some cool new ones of that as well. So there you go. Always working on new stuff for you guys. Always working on more love and more rewards for all my awesome peeps who do support the stream. And of course, also just the people who follow my channel. A bunch of cool stuff coming for you guys as well. Again, I try to show love to everybody, but especially the peeps who keep this stream going, because it's a tough thing. Every month I'm like, let's see how we do this month. Again, this is not a for-profit enterprise, everybody. This is a definitely money-losing enterprise in my case, because I'm not 20 years old. I can't do this 20 hours a day and all of that. I'm lucky if I can do it at all. But I try my best. And my health is a lot better now. Sunshine and lollipops. Oh, there you go, cultist. Somebody remembers what it was. So yeah, we need a bunch of tritium. So let's go ahead and let this run. Now you can see that it's out of power up here, but it's actually collecting the solar right there, and it is actually still working in here eventually. Let's go ahead and look at our battery. Uh-oh, our battery has run out. It's depleted. Now, why did it become depleted? That's because it's also powering all this other stuff And then also my new base over here. It's also powering this as well. And so what it will do now is drain the batteries faster. But if you have tons of gold, you can, of course, collect more solar. If you add more rooms, you want to have more solar to go along with it. Now, in this particular base, normally I would go out and I would track down perpetual power. But this particular base, I'm actually only using solar. So let's go ahead and get this going. We need to get some more gold out of our stuff here. Our giant gold stash that we have. Let's get that out. It's nice to have all this stuff pre-made, because now I can just obscenely put a ton of that down. You're like, well, Kismet, you're not running any wires or anything. Well, you don't have to run any wires if you're using this cylindrical room, which is why I typically use it at the beginning of the game. And now that's going to really power it up. It's really going to go to town on my battery over here. Look at it go. Look at that's way more power than I need, but better too much than not enough, right? There we go. So that's going to power that up and let that run. Now, nighttime, of course, is going to use up the battery. One of the smart things to do, of course, is you can add multiple batteries. There's a reason why you only have to have one, because that's going to fill up. Now, this over here is an old biofuel generator that I'm no longer using. So I'm going to actually take that out, and let's go ahead and add our battery in. I love the fact that it just snaps to the thing, right, like this. Snappy McSnappies right in there. There we go. And then also, now this is going to charge up this battery on top of this battery. This one's getting close to full. Now, if we also go in and look at the battery, we can see how our power is working, right? So right now, it's 105 out of 450, which is available. That's how much total power I'm generating right now because of the massive solar I just added. But when it's done, the output rate is going to be based on the battery, right? The battery right now getting about almost a little past 50%. And so it's going to fill that entire battery up and then fill up the other battery as well, which is pretty nice. And then at nighttime, then it will hold that. Again, depending on how much you extend your base, is how much battery and solar power you want to add, or perpetual power, which we'll get into eventually. Now, that's just to kind of get us started. We're going to, of course, do much more fancy schmancy bases down the line. Now, to do those fancy schmancy bases, we can also go right here to our construction research unit, and we can go in here, and we can say structures. Oh, yeah, more building stuff, right? So wood walls, metal walls, concrete walls, and then, of course, all of this stuff, which you can see I've got unlocked. But that's pretty much it. Am I going to use these? I typically stop using these, the metal walls and this, because I have to put down every single wall. Where with the cube room, you can see that it put down all 4 walls and the floor and the ceiling at the same time, and basically it just saves me room, and I can just keep expanding that however I want. But what we want to do is we want to unlock some more of that stuff, right? We want to unlock some more of our thing. And what we're going to need is salvage data. Now, I have one of the greatest planets for doing salvage data because it doesn't have any weather. There's no weather. The only thing I have to worry about is my oxygen. So I could, in theory, just go like this and say, okay, where's there some salvage data? Now, I don't remember which way I ran before. I don't remember if it was north or south. Let's just assume it was north before. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in my ship here. I'm going to turn north. And I'm going to fly off in the distance for a little bit. Now, the reason why I'm going to do that is most likely I've already collected the salvage data that's close by my base. And so we need to collect some more salvage data. It's pretty easy. It's just run around, especially if you have a paradise planet like I have, which basically has low sentinel or no sentinel activity and, of course, no weather. So the only thing is oxygen, and then I can run endlessly because this is a planet. Planets are big. I know. You're like, wow, that's true. Planets are big. You heard it here first on Kismet's channel. Planets are big. How's it going today? It's going good. I can breathe again. My allergies are subsiding finally because it finally came in and started raining, which is nice. And so on. So I'm feeling much better. Much better. Yeah, new emotes coming. New emotes coming, new stream avatars, more updates for the stream. New bit badges are already in place. In fact, I did the bit badges, so many bit badges, like a million. Someone donates a million bits. I even did those badges too, just in case. You never know. I mean, hey, it's a pipe dream, but, you know, hey, you never know. Someone might come in and say, Kismet, I'm going to drop, you know, 20,000 bits. You know, I want to be able to get a special bit badge. And, of course, emotes eventually that go along with it. There you go. Kismet, I just loaded my No Man's Sky. I got the same problem. I got Closer Finder and could not see the screen. All right, so yeah. I had to do it from afar. So, yeah, that might be an update problem. I always assume it's my fault. I always assume it's a technical issue on my end first, and then I'll assume it's the game. I always assume it's a user error. Look how beautiful this game is, everybody. Look how incredibly amazing this game is. And you guys can't see it. It's cool. I'm playing in 4K with it all set on Ultra, and it is just, it's just, I mean, very rarely do I look at graphics after like the first hour or two. But this game is just so beautiful. Every time you get in there, it's so amazing. You really get that feeling like you're on another planet. Okay, now we need to get to scanning here, everybody. Way off in the distance there, we can see a buried technology, about 400 in that distance. Let's go ahead and start running that direction. Now, I could also bring my exocraft. If you are on planets that do have different weather systems and whatnot, or maybe it's toxic or radioactive, your exocraft is great for that. But I rarely use my exocraft in-game because it does require a lot of building up your exocraft and all of that. I rarely do. I just run. I just typically run toward the thing. It's usually only about 300-400 away from me. Maximum, whatever it is I'm looking for. In this case, some buried technology. Now, also, you can find salvage data at little places that you might find, little, what do they call, settlements. And so it's right about here. There it is. It's underneath here. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my little item here, and I'm going to use my mode here. Not mining beam, manipulator. There we go. And we're just going to cut a hole into the ground, and then there's the technology module. And I literally just go over here, hit E. Ooh, awkward. And it picks up the salvage data. So we got 2 salvage data there, and then hold down F, look around again. Now, I'm trying to go in the north direction. Try to keep going in the same direction. There's south there. There's north here. I'm trying to go still in this direction, so I'm going to look for one that might be here. Now, if I don't see one, sometimes I will divert off to the side. Like, here's one over here. I'll divert off to the side, and then I'll try to go north again. Now, as I'm running around, there's going to be resources that I can grab. Like, we've got some full-size resources here of condensed carbon that I can grab with my mining beam if I want. I've got plenty, so I probably don't need it. And then, again, also you notice that I'm in third person when I'm running around. I feel like it's just more cinematic when you're running around in that third person. You might also notice that I'm kind of leaping forward like that. That's where you hit Q to attack and then spacebar. It's really going to give you a faster boost to run. And so you're going to get from place to place while running much faster. It actually rivals using your exocraft. There we go. Again, try to reorient myself north. See if there's anything that way. Oh, there's one right there. Now, as you're running along, you'll also see these little modules that will help you learn the languages of the various races as well. Might also notice that my jetpack lasts a really long time. That's because they've added these really cool things to your exosuit here. You can see that I have some banned items, right? I bought these from some traders, and it's like a counterfeit uranium exhaust that gives me 149% boost to that. We found that actually fairly early in this playthrough, which is really fun. And so basically it allows me to do my jetpack. It allows me to run further and then use my jetpack much longer, which really helps. Again, you might run into stuff as you're running along. And see that, and we're good. And let's see what we got over here. I don't throw anything away, everybody. I keep everything, because that stuff adds up later on. All right. Got some nanotites from that. And, oh, there's one off that way. All right. Oh, there's a couple of them. That's 300 that way. Where's this one? That's 200. Oh, that one's closer. Okay. Look at those electric fish. It's so beautiful at nighttime in this game, too. Very beautiful. All right. Now, so while we're running around collecting those, let's also do some battles. To battle! Time to go to battle. I like the bike one. Me too. I really like the bike one, especially when it's really upgraded. I typically will use the bike one just because it gets you from A to Z faster. You can also just use your spaceship. If you've got a bunch of pyrite and uranium, you can just keep refueling that thing without having to make those little fuel thrusters, which is great. It really does help a lot. Saves you lots of time. Now, this is one of these things, because I do have a paradise planet, and there is no adverse conditions other than my oxygen, I can just keep running and running and running. But let's go ahead and do a battle. Let's get it going on. Fire it up. I'm still running around, grabbing some more while we're doing that as well. How we doing? Get him! Some of these battles are real long. Like dropping acid or something. Look at that. That's a new mechanic. Cool. All right. Open the Captain's Chest. More love going out, you guys. Reaper, last splash, Rotisserie G getting some love. Lasco coming in MVP again with the 10 kills, way of crushing it. Again, try to put down as many units as you can. The more units you put down, the more of this we get, right? More item rewards that we get for everybody. The more loot I can give out to peeps. All right, so speaking of loot, let's get into this one. Man, this is like the staple of this treasure trove, this particular one. Now, if I was you guys, I'd put your rogues right here at the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my healer up here to heal you guys right here in this corner. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a speed spell right there, which is going to haste you through. And your rogues might just be able to make it through to get to this this one and this one. This one down here would be pretty tough because you're going to have to get through this. But we'll try that high side, see how it goes, get you guys some loot. All right, back to it. All right, now this is something I want to show you guys. Now, way off in the distance, you can see there's another buried technical module over there. I went ahead and rolled over and hold down E to tag it. But between me and that is these kind of little circular objects here, which we can roll up on, and we can go ahead and get some knowledge, right? So we just learned the Vakeen word for on, and then we got another one over here for security. I've never finished it where I've gotten every single one. They've actually added even more stuff as well. And so sometimes you'll find, like, you know, different ammo and loot and whatnot. See how this one's actually covering it up? You'd have to remove that to get it. But there we go. So we got a little bit of free loot along the way to our actual destination. So I'm typically watching for those. I don't seek them out usually. I just watch for them if I'm running in that particular direction. And again, I could do this for hours. I could do this for hours, and all I would need would be oxygen. Subterranean organic structure. Huh. What's that all about? You scan that? Writhing worm meat. Never did that before. Never did that before. Again, I don't typically do the food in this game. I probably should. I probably should, but I'm such a slacker. Slacker! Again, I only have so much time to play the game, so I try to do as much as I can. But Again, I wish I had 20 hours a day, every day to play games all day. That'd be fun. But again, you got to, take care of your real life stuff too. In my case, man, I've just like nightmare day yesterday for sure. Tried to get my kid's hair cut. One of my kids, I told her to come straight home from school. She doesn't. So I have to go track her down at school. I got to send my other daughter in there to go get her out of there. And then by the time we get her, then we're running late. First, we had plenty of time. Then we're running late. Now we got to run over there. I get over there. My wife had borrowed one of the in-laws' car so I could have the car to take my kids over there to get it done. And that car broke down. So my wife had to call AAA after work. So not only did she have to work all day, but then she had to wait for an extra hour to take the in-laws' car and tow it back using our AAA. It sucks, everybody. It was the worst day ever. And so because my wife's car broke down, the car she borrowed broke down, I had to also pick up my other daughter, my oldest daughter, who was waiting at the high school for my wife to come pick her up. So she had to wait there an extra hour while we finished our haircuts, and I dropped my kids back off, and then I had to go get and pick that up. I walked right past it. I had to go back and pick her up as well. So yeah, it was just like, one of those days where you're just like, it's one of those days, you know what I mean? Just everything going off the rails, running behind, can't get it done, don't feel well because of my allergies, just trying to get a ton of stuff done all in a row, and then everything going off the rails like normal. Going off the rails, for sure. I had to do it from afar, yeah. Like the bike one, yep. Mr. Barry Module. Oh, no, I turned back around for it. If you go past it, it doesn't turn it off. That's one of the things I like about when you tag stuff in this game. It doesn't turn it off. Trying to call me. Someone try to call me. Go to voicemail. I'm busy. If it was my wife, I would answer it, but just it says spam risk. I got that app that tells me whether people are trying to spam me or trying to tell me whether people are coming in trying to, do dumb stuff like robocalls or and all that crap. I got it on. Oh, there's another one. Get it. Now remember, again, if you find a paradise planet like I have right here, you can do this endlessly. I could do this for 10, 15 hours. Lord Winter coming in, tell me to hydrate. I'm on it. I'm on it here. Just a second. Let me get over here and get this one. Don't get too distracted. Again, notice how it doesn't get rid of it until you actually pick it up. I really like that. That's a great feature of the game, is to basically let you know. Now, again, we're not going to be doing this all day. We're just going to get a bunch of these and then unlock some fun building stuff. But again, this is the ultimate planet to find. You can see that I've had no issues, no sentinels, no issues with weather, just running around the beautiful nighttime that is No Man's Sky. Using Q and then spacebar, and of course I've got my backpack updated, so I can just run, and I can literally run around the entire planet. It would take me a long time, but I can run around the entire planet. Now you gotta watch out for these guys here. They'll try to get you. You'll run into different mobs and whatnot that hit me a few times along the way. But get pretty close, within 20, and then you start picking that up, and you're good to go. Good to go. Thankfully, don't see many of those everything going wrong days. Yeah, yesterday was, they were working on the bathroom. I had to take my kids to get their hair cut, so my wife had to switch cars. Then the car she borrowed from an in-law broke down. My car, by the way, I'm using my wife's car. My car is also broken down, which I haven't gotten fixed because I don't have enough money to get it fixed. And so, what else? And then my wife's car broke down. My child was running behind, which was throwing us behind to get her haircuts. Then I had to pick up my oldest daughter. All that happened on the same day, which is scary. Scary stuff. And also my allergies as well. I've been having a real bad problem with allergies. I could barely breathe. Which I couldn't even talk, by the way. I couldn't even talk. So even if I did want to stream, I couldn't even talk in there as well. So yeah, a lot of stuff going off the rails, but you gotta just go with it. Just like today, I log in. Which one's the closest one? Look at this, 3 in a row. This one's the closest one. I log in today, and then No Man's Sky's doing something weird. Doing something weird. Look at this. We got this right here, too. We'll grab that on the way. Turn our light on. Let's hydrate with some OJ. How about some Simply Orange OJ here. Finish that off. There we go. Ah, tasty. Good to supplement your vitamin C with some OJ from time to time. Thank you very much for that reminder there, Lord Winter. Hope you're doing great today. We are playing some No Man's Sky, obviously, and collecting some stuff, as well as doing battles on the side. We got about 21 minutes left on the battle. We got queued up, and there's some of these real close. Where'd that other one go? This way. Oh, that's 300. Huh. Yeah, the other one disappeared. Nope, it's right there. It's like I could have sworn there was one close. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fell down into a hole there. I thought there was something close together, and I was right. Some of these are up toward the surface level, and some of these are way down in here. Ship's coming by. All right, more of this stuff up here. Free loot. Oh, bulk. Oh, that's an S-class bulk caster module. That was worth it. I don't think we have any Atlas passes on us. Nope. I am such a slacker on these Atlas passes. You know, I've never unlocked the Atlas Pass 3. Never have. Never done it. Never got it done. I don't know why. I just hadn't got around to it. Hadn't got around to it. All right. Now look at this. We've got a little beacon down here. As well as some free loot. So let's get it going. Now also, this particular planet does not have aggro mobs. Some planets do. Some where the mobs will just constantly attack you. All the animals and whatnot. On this particular planet, no. So pretty sweet. And then let's go ahead and check this waypoint. See what it's going to show us. It's kind of like a scanner. So it'll scan the area nearby. And maybe find you something cool. What we got? Oh, a little minor settlement. All right, all right. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. Sometimes fate aims you towards somewhere. And so I'm going to aim myself toward that minor settlement, but I'm also going to be looking for anything in between. There's not really much there. How far away is that? It's 11 hours. I would literally have to run 11 hours in that direction. We're not going to do that. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and do this. So I press the button on the side of my mouse, which I have set to my key, which calls my ship to me. That's your nav data working well. So we'll turn around. All right, now it's only going to take about 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set this up, and I'll be back in 30 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just go in the upper atmosphere here, everybody. Like this. You don't have to wait no 30 minutes. Get up here in the upper atmosphere, and then you go ahead and use your warp engine. There we go. Oh, the Mighty Warforged with 23 months of sub-love. Thank you very much for bringing that in. Glad to have you back, and hope you're feeling better. I'm feeling much better. I was basically choking to death, and I had to use my emergency inhaler because I couldn't breathe. It was closing up my throat, which I very rarely do. I use the inhaler only in emergencies. And I felt like it was an emergency. I felt like that was it. GG, I'm going to expire. So feeling much better now. You forgot to hydrate. No, I did. I just did. I hydrated with my orange juice. You missed it. I'm doing amazing. Just playing some Train Sim World 2. Oh, really? Ooh. You should suggest that one on my Discord, Lord Winter. Because I'm going to forget. I'll check it out. That sounds like a cool game. I love train games. I'm a big fan of trains. Anything to do with trains, I'm all down. Hey, Kismet, how are you, friend? I'm doing great, Gravity. How you doing? I hope you're having a great end of your week here. Thursday, coming up on that Friday, everybody. I know everybody's trying to make it to Friday, for sure, for sure. Now, one of the cool things we do when we do find a settlement here is we can run inside and see if we got any free goodies. Now, I typically go to first person, whatever I'm kind of straight up looting right here. So there's some nanotites there. What we got here? Let's see. Nanotites on that first one. More nanotites maybe on that one. Right here, we have a potentially a good one. It'd be awesome if it was. C-class. Pretty big one, though, for a C-class. Not too bad. Probably pretty cheap one to get, but I'm looking, obviously, for the S-class. Now, over here, we've got some peeps to talk to, as well as we can transfer some credits right over there. And I kind of look around for any stuff. Did you know you can also do the plants on some of these? Especially in the space stations, you can actually do the plants. But in this one, no. There's some nanotites there. Now, again, there's like a door over here sometimes you can find that needs that Atlas pass on some settlements or on some space stations. I have never used it ever, just because I never get around to it. I usually restart by then. All right, so this guy's got a bunch of blueprints. I'm going to show you the blueprints here. Show me all the blueprints. Show me all the blueprints. Little navigator for you. Howard Hughes, that Howard Hughes film, whatever the name of that was. You can see I've already unlocked all of those, so I don't really need the patterns and whatnot. What I really need is the components. Right? Now, this guy's going to have some good components, especially early game, until you learn how to make these yourself. But down here at the bottom, we have nav data, which help us call our ship to us. But our drop pods, those are what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and grab those drop pods. In this case, there was only one, but we'll grab that. And then we're going to try to find our way back out of here. Right here. There we go. Find our way back out of here. Now, also here on your landing pad, you're going to have, various different stuff. You're going to need Atlas Pass for those round ones. And then over here again. Free loot. And that's why we left extra room. So that when we're grabbing stuff, right, when we leave extra room in our cargo, when we're grabbing stuff, it'll put it in our auction, it'll put it in our cargo, it'll put it in all of these, because we don't have a maximum stack. If we have a maximum stack there, it's going to start also stacking it over here, which we definitely don't want it to do. Now, I can't really transfer this into my storage because this isn't my base, and I'm not going to use my bowcaster right now. These things I usually save, and the reason why I save them till later is because I don't have an S-class item. When I have an S-class item, then GG, let's go ahead and do that. I feel like it's not worth it until you have an S-class of that particular thing, whether it's a ship or a blaster or your exocraft or whatever it is. You want to, of course, have the best of that particular thing before you waste all of your stuff on it. All right, so that's good to go there. And I think we're probably overall pretty good. I think we're going to go ahead and get back in our ship here and fly into outer space. Okay, so now we're in outer space, and we want to go ahead and find out where our ship is, way over there. Okay, now I went to the ship so that it would bring me closer to the anomaly. Now, again, you can do this the traditional way. I highly suggest on your first playthrough is to not shortcut, is to not go to the anomaly here and unlock stuff in there. Get in there. There we go. Is to not unlock stuff through the hub, right? You definitely want to go and do all the quests and do all that stuff the normal way because you're going to go on all sorts of side adventures when you do that, which is really fun. But eventually, when you get to the point where I'm at, where you play through the game many, many times, you don't have to play through that way. You can just go unlock the particular items, which is what I'm going to do in this particular playthrough. You can just unlock them if you have enough salvage datas and enough nanotite and all of that stuff. So let's get up here. Jetpack up. And run past all of this. And then we'll make some building choices. Now, if you notice that right here, for some reason, that little corner, I get stuck on that corner from time to time. I just jetpack over it. I don't know what it is. It's a glitch. Let's go ahead and get in here. All right, so now we're doing this again. So again, we can also get the square room and stuff like that. The problem with these particular things is when you put them next to each other, you're going to need usually a corridor or something like that. But the biggest problem is when you combine them, it doesn't make a larger room. It just makes a bunch of different rooms and so on, which is why I like the larger room. Now, one of the cool things is you can actually have rounded rooms. You can have a foundation strut. But the one I particularly like is I like the one that is made out of glass as a frame. Let's see if we can find the glass one. I think it's this one, right? Glass cuboid, yeah. Okay, so look how many we collected. We collected 36. Remember, we had 0. We collected 36 in just that amount of time. So that's going to allow us to get the glass one, which is the one I like to use the most. And then, of course, we got the curved one. But let's also get some foundations here so we can have some fun with the foundations. We've got a curved cuboid roof, which is really cool because it's also glass. So it's a curved glass roof, so you can make it look awesome like that. And that's usually it. That's it. That's the one I'll do, right? Now, this is actually a quad strut. Now, what's the difference between a quad one and a foundation strut? It's the quad is the quad support, meaning there's 4 supports at the bottom. This one has 1 support at the bottom, right? Now, we also have cuboid room flooring, which is what we need instead of using the wood. So we definitely want to get that. And then we're going to get these 4 struts because I'm just that guy. And then, of course, our frames. And we're really going to go into cuboid rooms. Now, what are the other stuff here? We got interior stairs. We've got an inner wall. We've also got a cuboid roof cap. So if you want to make it cool, glowing roof cap, you can put that in there. You have infrastructure ladder, which is really good. You definitely want to get that eventually. And then our inner door, if we want to have doors inside as well. Now, we've also got windows and windows here. I prefer the full-on glass windows because they look awesome. They look really, really cool. So I prefer those. But to get down to this stuff, we have to unlock this curved room. So we're going to unlock that as well, even though we do have some other stuff here. And then we're going to get our stairs. And then we're definitely going to get our ladder. Now, we can't unlock the rest of this stuff, but I'd rather save my salvage data for other things that we might need, like maybe some of this stuff. What do we got here? We got short-range teleporter. Now, in probably about 30 times playing through the game, I've probably unlocked the short-range teleporter maybe once or twice. In this game, we're going to do it in this one, too. There we go, short-range teleporter. Now, why do we need the short-range teleporter? I'll show you as we utilize it. Now, over here, we also got antimatter reactor. Autonomous biogenesis reactor. This device can be left to harvest reality paradoxes and convert them into usable antimatter. User must monitor fuel levels to ensure continual operation. The resulting antimatter is safely contained, ready for use in all standard hyperspace power units. So, if we utilize our storm crystals, we can actually make an antimatter reactor. Have I ever done this? Nope. Never. Never have I ever done this in any playthrough ever. But it's worth 20 salvage data. So we're not going to be doing that right now. But maybe this will be the playthrough. Also, never did the nutrient stuff. Never did. Again, why don't I do it? Because I don't play it all day, every day. I play it 1 day a week for half a day. Because I only have so much time. Now, another thing that I typically love to unlock over here, too, is all of our exocrafts. We'll get into that. We'll maybe do deep water stuff. Still have not got around to that. Probably will not unlock all the rest of that. At some point, I will unlock everything. We'll get into that. But again, let's let that unlock. And let's run back over here. Again, just to save us some time, we're going to go ahead and bounce back to our primary base. Now we're really going to have some fun. It's really going to be fun now. I just build the building the old-fashioned way separate parts and floors and all of that. Yeah, me too. I typically do that in the beginning. But you having lots of fun in the exploration season? Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I have not. Done anything with living ships. I haven't done anything with the mech stuff, and of course expeditions. I haven't done any of that yet because I typically start over a lot in there. But I'm not going to be starting over on this particular playthrough. This particular playthrough, we're going to try to play through all the stuff. Again, here's our ship. Here's our base over here. Now, to make this base look even cooler, watch as we take out this whole entire side over here. Like this. Ooh, we got a ship coming in. And then we're going to go ahead and replace it with our new stuff, which is this here. Now, one of the things that you're going to need to do if you're going to use a bunch of glass is you're going to need glass, right? You're going to need to make glass. And so we're going to go to our exocraft, or exosuit, not exocraft, exosuit, and we're going to try to click the right thing here. There we go. And we're going to try to make some glass. Now, you can see I've actually got it unlocked. Now, what do I need? I need frost crystals for unlocking glass. Now, do I have frost crystals? Heck, if I remember. Remember, I played the game a bunch of times. I don't remember if I collected it in a previous playthrough or this playthrough or what. But usually, frost crystals is definitely one of those things you want to get going. Now, earlier I mentioned that I will set up a farm where it'll do lots of farming, and frost crystals is one of those things that you can farm up on your ship. And I don't know if I have any in here. Usually I put them toward the bottom, toward the end. I do, right there. There we go. Some frost crystals ready to rock. Right over there. And then we need to make our glass. I'm just going to make a few here. I'm not going to go too crazy for right now. Again, you can just sit and farm all this stuff so that you'll have all of this stuff for when you need it. Glass is at the end. How many of those can we make? We can make 3. There we go. All right, there we go. Now, these take 2 each, right? So we want to get that going. Now, on top of that, it's also going to take silver, which is another reason why I am farming silver, right? So eventually I can go ahead and utilize that not only for my spaceship, but also for my glass interior, like so. And then if we go inside, we now have a very cool glass base. There you go. Again, we'll keep scaling it up over time and all of that. We'll scale up our base. Now, one of the cool things we can also do is we can go down here. We can see how far this is up, right? Now, in my satisfactory playthrough, I am saying, okay, I have to have supports. And so we'll do kind of the same thing here, right? We'll go ahead and put in our supports for our glass structures. Where is my support? I always forget where it is. I think it's specialist foundations. There we are. Okay. So as you can see, we go ahead and put in some foundations for this as well. Now notice how it's not snapping to anything here. I can snap it to this, right? That's snapping to that. But what we're going to do is we're going to hold down control and we're going to take out this underneath here. And then you can see now I can snap this to this, right? And then you can see that it actually automatically puts in the support for me. Is that awesome or what? Again, big love to No Man's Sky for figuring that stuff out. For saying, hey, you know what? If I'm putting a support in, I would automatically want it to go ahead and put it all the way to the ground level, right? And so the same thing with the rest of this. We can go ahead and take this out. I think I just accidentally took my other stuff out too. I hear my vehicle down here humming along. There we go. Let's go actually to our fly computer. There we go. And then boom. Boom. And then over here. And let's go ahead and put our cuboid room back in again. We accidentally took out our cuboid room here. I love the fly camera in this game too, because you can fly around. If you're trying to fix something, it's a lot easier to get to that particular thing that you're trying to fix. It's still a bit awkward. As you can see, I'm a little close to it. Did actually put it in the wrong spot. A little close to it. Still a bit awkward to get it just the way you want it. There we go. And then we'll put our door back in, because that's going to make it easier to get in there. Right there. And there we go. So now we've got those supports underneath. Now we can also go ahead and put our... Come on, fingers. Work with me. We can go ahead and put our cuboid flooring in there. But notice it's not really snapping to anything, right? Notice it's not really snapping to any of this or any of this stuff. I don't know. I find that's one of the most awkward things in the game is this flooring and the way that it snaps, right? I can try it in the center. I can try it to the side. But I can just try to put it down on the ground. And then once it has like a spot, it'll actually go once you have something to attach it to. As you can see, it said right there when I clicked it, it says must attach to structure. So what kind of structure can we attach it to? Can we attach it to this structure up here? Like this? No, it doesn't seem to be attaching there. Go up a little bit higher so you guys can see. Can I attach it here? How about over here? What is it doing here? How about the side of this cuboid room, right? Because it's cuboid room flooring, so you would think you could attach it just right next to the side of the room. Nope. Nope. Now, one of the cool things we can also do is our ladder, right? So we can go ahead and add a ladder to the side of our cuboid room here. And we can go ahead and go down like this. Now, one of the things that obviously would be great is if you could go ahead and attach it like you can in Satisfactory, where you attach it and you tell it to stretch, right? Not quite like that. It just actually attaches to the side of the particular thing, so maybe you get up on top of it. But the ladders themselves do not easily snap together, as you can see, right? I can't just go up above here and aim toward the top of it or even toward the middle. I'd actually have to put the rooms in, but you could put the rooms in and then literally just take the rooms back out again, and then you'd have a ladder. And so let's go ahead and do something like that, so we could actually ladder up to our primary base if we wanted to. So let's go ahead and get our room in. That's going to act real awkward. There we go. And then down we go. Now we can also put the ladder inside, if we so desire. That, and then make this, and then we'll fly inside. Now we're inside the particular thing, and we can go ahead and say, you know what? I want to go ahead and put this ladder right there. Now where did the ladder go? Right? I don't see the ladder. Now if you fly back out again, it's getting awkward. If you fly back out again, put the ladder behind it, right? Not in the room. You're going to find a lot of weird stuff like this. Like, you'd want it to be in the room, not outside the room, right? You'd want it to be in the interior of the room. How do you get it to be in the interior? You don't. You don't. Like in the games like Subnautica and other games like that, you could put it in the interior. But if I try to snap it in there, it just puts it to the exterior. So the best thing for us to do is not to use the interior, just use the exterior here and make ourselves a nice ladder all the way up there. Did we get that one? There we go. And then we can literally just take out the thing, but see what happens? It takes the ladder out along with it. So again, these are all the workarounds you have to do to make stuff work in this game, but that's okay. Okay, I don't mind having, the thing there. It acts as a kind of like a column for support as well as a nice ladder. Now again, how are we going to connect our items? What does this connect to? All right. Oh, there's something. Wait a minute. What's going on there? Well, actually, it's more of a vertical. I just connected it on the inside of that cuboid room. It's more of a vertical item. So if I go in here and I aim at the floor here, you can see that this, get out of there, now has a floor on the interior. It's like that. So as you're going vertically and you're going up like that, and you're like, wait a minute, I want this to be a floor here, right here in this particular spot. I can put one down lower, but for some reason it's kind of awkward to get this, so you want to kind of aim up a bit, try to get that filled in. If it's not filling in, I just fill in the one underneath it, like this. Boom. Now, there is an actual magic spot, just like we did for our converters over here, that you can get this to work, but I find it very, very awkward to do that. Get that going. You can see it's got wherever those connect. Now, another tricky way of doing this is to add another one up on top, like this. And then you come back in here, and guess what? Now you've got that other spot that you were looking for, right? So we can aim it toward the roof area, or we could try to aim it right here. Again, look how awkward that is, right? Again, this game's pretty awkward when it comes to its building sometimes. Especially, see, I want to put that right there. Why can't I not put it there? And that's because it's not giving me that little circle that I need in that particular spot. See, there was one up above, and there's one down below. I like to show you all this stuff. I very rarely do this stuff anymore on stream, but these are the issues you're going to run into, and it can be pretty frustrating to try to get that in there. Now, the easiest way for me to do it is to actually take out the block, and then it re-adds the floor, right? But the drawback of that is, if we go outside, get out of there, is that now I lost my ladder, right? That's a bummer, right? So a better idea is to offset your ladder, is to have your ladder where it actually is going in such a way where it's going to end up where your item is here. So instead of having this support here, let's take that out, and let's take all this back out again. And so let's go in, and we'll do that battle here in just a moment, everybody. We're going to do, hopefully, battles all day long. So let's go ahead and do it right along here. See what I'm misclicking. Very awkward. So you get it down. I'm going to aim toward the middle. There we go. And then ladder. A lot of fun to get it here and figure out the mechanics. There we go. So that ladder is going directly where I want it to go. This one up here, we'll take that off. And I accidentally made a couple extras up here. Let's take those out. Let's take our ladder out. And so now it's offset to where my character can go. Run up to the ladder here. Climb up the ladder. See what happened? Again, now it's got a hole there, right? Luckily, I got enough jetpack to get myself out of there. Now, how do I fix this? Again, let's go ahead and put it in our floors. Aha! Now I can do it. Now it lets me put that floor in. You're welcome. I just saved you endless hours of trying to figure that out. Now, why did that work? Well, that's because I have the ladder one step down. There's no ladder on this particular level, and there's not one up above. So I can go ahead and put that right there in the entrance so I don't fall down in there, which I don't want to do. And now it works perfectly. If you didn't know, you can actually jetpack to those. See, he'll climb up over that edge and into the base. So yeah, cool. Learning all sorts of fun stuff today. All sorts of fun stuff. We're showing you guys all sorts of fun stuff. There you go. So let's do this battle and we'll come right back. To battle! Alright, let's boost all you peeps up here on the top here. Let's go. Come on, battle time. Well, I catch up a little bit on the chat. Let's see. Yeah, getting that loot. I've never tried the living ships or mechs yet either. Alright, Blue Chronos? Yeah, I'm in no hurry. I like to work my way through the game. No Man's Sky building made me miss Fallout 4 building, but it's still fun, and you can build amazing bases. You absolutely can. You just got to kind of learn those little little tricks that I showed you right there, where you try something, and if it doesn't work, move it over. If you try that, and it doesn't work, move it something here. You build something above or below next to it. You build it in a different way. There's usually a way to make it work if you try to find a workaround or you find a way that it works in sequence to each other. And that's really what I was showing there, was how to make that work. Oh, there we go. Open the captain's chest. Give you guys some love. Boom. Jessamine, Dax, and the last splash. Get some nice epic scrolls. Look at those. Nice. Dax Platinum coming in. MVP, 11 kills again. We're going to be doing battles all day long, everybody, for the Orc Dramina. Dramita or something like that. I have a butcher everybody's name. But we're going to be doing a bunch of battles today, hopefully all day long. We'll see how it goes if I feel up to it. We're going to keep throwing our rogue in here. We're trying to get this rogue fired up. I think I'm going to put him right about here. There we go. Right about there ought to do it. Feel free to come and join us. And it's a free-to-play game on both mobile and on desktop. You can go ahead and join it. Follow that link in the chat. Find me, Captain, your Captain Kismet. And you go ahead and put down units for free. That's an awesome game. Free to play, everybody. Free to play. So feel free to come and join us. More peeps that come and join us, the more units you put down, the more everybody gets rewards from that. Now, we've been very busy today. We've been building bases. We've been converting a bunch of resources. Look at all this platinum right here. Let's get that there and then keep that platinum going. And over here, we're going to check this refiner. Oh, ferrite dust. Plenty of that. Nice. Go there. And then over here, we're going to do a bunch of conversions today. More platinum. Let's just put that right on us. Keep that going. And then over here in our other little room that we just made, we probably definitely want to connect this side over here. Now, I wish it worked like these platforms where you could just, add those in there. Which you can't do. You have to actually use, if you want to add your wood platforms, you want to go ahead and do a little bit of this. Now, is it going to block the stairs, the ladder? It actually will block the ladder, but I'm really not going to use that ladder that much. Really, I just showing you guys a trick that you could do there that I learned a long time ago. There's some platinum. Now, one of the things we've been noticing, and some other people said they have the same problem, is when you are close to your refiners, they are causing your interface to go off the side of the screen. I noticed that. See right here? This is off the side of the screen. I've noticed that earlier. I thought it was me. I thought it was my version of it, but it's definitely something funky chicken that is going on. So you want to stand a bit back from your refiners to be able to see what you're doing. Out of there. And then more platinum here. We're collecting, obviously converting a lot of platinum today so we can unlock stuff. And there's our 285 nanotite clusters. Let's put this in here. Let's go ahead and put a nice full stack in there. And then we'll get another 285. So real easy, quick way of getting that. Just let your gold and your silver run and run and run. Convert it into platinum. Take the platinum, convert it into those. All right, there we go. So now we're back up to 580. We were all out there a minute ago. So we've got all of that done. Now, we want to go ahead and use our scanner right over here and get back to our next thing here because we're going to be switching over to 76 here in a bit. But we want to go ahead and at least upgrade our cargo slots a little bit. So we're going to search for a drop pod. Oh, right over that way. Okay. Right behind us. And back on our ship. Whoa. Not too far. Let's go ahead and get up in the upper atmosphere here again. This allows you to get to A to Z much faster using your warp drive. It's not going to take us 12 minutes. It'll take us just a few seconds. These drop pods are very much worth it because at the level I'm doing right now, it costs 900,000 to upgrade my cargo slots. And so we don't want to be doing that. We would rather spend 100,000 to get 900,000 worth of value. And that's what we just did. We just got ourselves a drop pod coordinates, and then we used it in our scanner. It then takes us here to where the drop pod is, and then we can go ahead and upgrade our exosuit. Now, I upgrade, and I've got all these resources already ready to go. I think, oh, I can't see because it's too close. Got to back up. There we go. Let's see. We need sodium nitrate. That we got. And what do we need here? Carbon nanotubes. All right, we need to make a bunch of carbon nanotubes in the future and keep them in our cargo slot. What do we want to take out of there? Probably ferrite dust. Or I have anti-miser housings in there. Let's get that out of there too. Let's go ahead and pure ferrite in there. Where's that coming from? What were we doing? The thingies. Now, when they changed this all around, by the way, of your unlocking your backpack stuff, and it used to be other materials, but now it is carbon nanotubes. So I'm going to go ahead and make about 14 here, and then just hit E a whole bunch of times. There we go. To use up that space, so I have a bunch of those, so whenever I go to upgrade, I know I'll have those in my backpack. I don't have to keep making them each and every time. There we go. Now it's going to give me an option. Do I want to add a slot to my general, to my technology, which is already maxed out, and then my cargo. Your cargo is the one you want to add it to, because that's the one that's worth 900,000, and so we're going to upgrade that. GG. GG, good to go. Now I can't unlock all this stuff and grab all this loot and do all of that stuff. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to go ahead and keep on rocking. Right over here. Getting our ship. Now we can try to scan for those as well. But I'm going to go ahead and go up here to the upper atmosphere. Just a bit. And then try to make my way back to my base. Now one of the things they did do is they actually added the name of your base, finally, to the game. So when you're going to your base, you know which base is which name. Because that's really frustrating. When you have like 3 or 4 bases on the same planet and you don't know which one's which. I've been using the certain save feature, so it puts a star on it, so I know which one's my primary base at least. But they have now fixed that, so you're good to go. All right, back to our primary base. Now let's go do a little hopping around because we need some more resources. Actually, let's see if we do we have enough room now. I think we have done enough now that we can go ahead and collect our cash money. That's not my exosuit. Eee, no, we're still full. We're still full of stuff. All right, hold on. We're still full of it. More crystals back in there. Rusted metal. Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. Let's clean house a little bit here, everybody. Gold back in there. Salvage data. Yeah, right in there. There we go. Glass, don't need that right now. Put that away. Platinum. Man, we got a bunch of loot. Look at all this loot we found. A bunch of loot. We need to get it off of my character so he has lots of room. For sure. That away. We'll come back to that someday. Sodium here. Metal plating. Yeah, we'll keep that on us for right now. We'll use that in a minute. All right, time to make a couple 100 million. You ready? Let's do it, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I make my money. There is a reason why they call me the Space Tycoon. Because I love to play every game economic style, where I crush the game through economics, right? Through finding the ways of making money, the easiest ways, and then I can go buy everything. Literally, I've gone out and I've bought hundreds of millions of dollars worth of stuff several times already in this particular playthrough. Currently about $700 million on my character right now. We're about to make another few hundred million. Now I get to a point where I make $1 billion. That's right, $1 billion with a B every time I log in, and I don't even need to be around. It's collecting it while I'm not even online. I don't even have the game on. That's what it's been doing. So how do I do that? Well, if we go ahead and take a little flight outside here, this particular location is my activated idiom farm. And as you can see, I've got a couple, just a few storage areas there where it's collecting that activated idiom from over here. And it's, of course, storing it into here, into all of these. So all I got to do is show up. I'm like the guy who takes the quarters out of those stand-up arcade games, where I just show up like this, and it's got 215,000 activated idiom, which is worth about $204 million. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put that in my inventory if I can even fit it in there, which I can, luckily, because I've removed all that other stuff. Now, in 55 hours from now, it's going to have another 200 million. And again, this is with me not doing anything else. I could log out of the game, turn the game off, turn my computer off, come back in 55 hours, and guess what? 200 million more dollars. That's right. That's called passive income, everybody. That's what you want, both in real life and also in game, because this way it works while you're busy doing something else. Maybe you're taking a nap. Maybe you're doing something else. It's going to be collecting those resources for me for the next 55 hours. Now, can I make that faster? Oh, absolutely. You can get multiple of them going at the same time if you're in a hurry, but 200 million is about as much as you can spend on any one item in the game anyway. It's really about 250 million, I believe it is, for the S-Class Freighter, which is one of your most expensive items that you can get. And so there we go. So now we've got that on us. Now, here's what I don't want to do. I don't want to take it to this galactic terminal right here and sell it. The reason why I don't want to do that is because it's actually at a deficiency of minus 16%. And so I want to go to the next one. I think I wrote it down in my sequence. Let's see. System 6 is where we want to go. So space station. Let's go to, see, we have a number 6 here. In here somewhere. Really, that's all I've got. I don't think we have one for 6. Okay, let's go to 7. Let's go to 7. There we go. I've not tried Fallout 4 yet. Is it still worth playing? Oh my gosh. Oh yes, Fallout 4 is my actual favorite Fallout of all time. Do you know that? Barely though, barely. I love the story of New Vegas. New Vegas is probably the best RPG of the Fallout series. But I love Fallout 1 too. I love the story of Fallout 1. But the reason why I like Fallout 4 just barely, just as minimum as it can possibly be, is because I love the building. I love the settlements of that. I'm a builder. Now, some people are not into settlements. They're not into that. You don't have to do the settlements. You can go and just play the game as a normal Fallout. But absolutely worth playing. Absolutely, for sure. Still to this day, incredibly fantastic. I played through it 6 times, and it still calls me to go play it even more, because there's a bunch of awesome mods, full conversions, all sorts of amazing stuff that have come out for Fallout 4. But I try to go forward. I have so many games that I want to play that I just don't physically have enough time to play them all. And they just keep updating them with all these awesome updates too. All right. So on my character right now, you can see he's got lots of activated idiom. So let's go over here and let's see what we've got in our Galactic Trade Terminal. First thing we're going to do is hit sell. And we're going to see what the percentage is. Now it's minus 5%. I'll take a 5% hit. That's okay. Of course, if you can also find a plus 80%, that'd be even better, because then you'd be making double the amount of money, almost. That'd be even better, or 200%, basically. But 192 million, I've got 686 million right now. That's good enough. Boom. There we go. Watch my millions and millions and millions. Now, what I just did, though, is I just crashed the market. So if someone else comes into this particular system and wants to sell their activated idiom, they're screwed. Do not do that on core planets. I'm playing a solo game, and these are the planets that I've discovered. And so you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it when you're doing multiplayer. But when you are playing single player, you're good. Now, I have been told that you can turn around and you can use these guys over here. These guys that show up over here to sell to them so it doesn't crash the market. I feel like it's a little on that borderline of cheating. So I don't do it. I don't do it at all. I actually crash the market, take the hit on it, and then eventually the market will restabilize again after a while, and then you can resell it there again. Now, I want to buy some stuff. Hopefully we've got some tritium in here. That would be amazing. What do we got? Nothing, and nothing that I need. Got a whole lot of nothing there, bro. Sadly, that I need. I don't need any of that. All right, let's go ahead and try elsewhere. Come on. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through our space station. Let's go to space station number 1. And we're going to jump from space station to space station to see if we can get some resources where we don't have to go collect the resource. Because we are so wealthy, we have nearly $1 billion, we could go and we could buy out everything. We could buy out all the resources and all the ships and all the things and get it all going, which is really fun, actually. Very, very fun to, you know, get to that point where you just go on a shopping spree, right? You just shopping spree up. So instead of me collecting the resources, I'll just buy them. In here, what I'm really looking for is tritium or dihydrin. Don't see any of that in there over there. Now, another thing that I can do is if I see some ships I want to buy, I can buy those. I can buy upgrades and things like that, or buy the materials for doing those upgrades. Now, I can also go in and switch to my other ship. Actually, let's go do that. And let's go see what happens if we start fooling around with our exotic ship. Let's go. Let's go back to my HQ. Now, this is actually one of the rare times I actually found an exotic where I actually had the money to buy it. Normally, when I see exotics is when you don't have the cash. And the same thing with S-classes. You don't have the cash in the moment when you see them. And then once they fly away, that's it. They ain't coming back. Menu going off the sides here seems familiar to what happens when playing with VR headset, but you look that way instead of seeing properly in VR. Maybe it's a VR thing. I don't know. It's only happened recently. I've never seen that before. Maybe you can turn VR on and off. Is there a thing in here that turns VR on and off? I don't know. I tried to reset my settings to get it to stop doing that. I'll go look again. I gotta turn my auto torch back on again. Nope. No mas. Alright, so again, one of the few times I actually have my exotic, I actually got the exotic in here. Now, to call your ships, use your X, and you go over here to summon vehicles. And you can see that I have multiple vehicles. This one right here is the original vehicle. I have my exotic, which I'll go ahead and grab that one. And then, of course, this one over here, which is an S-Class fighter. And so we're going to pull our exotic in. Right there. Now, I can actually set a hotkey to my ship. Now, it's very important when you do switch your primary ship to also switch your hotkey. So I'm going to actually switch my hotkey right here to number 3. Right here, control, and then hit 3. You can see that one's now going to be the one that I summon every single time. Now let's go down and see what we've got on this particular ship. It's pretty cool looking exotic. Pretty neato. We'll get in there and we'll go ahead and look and see what this ship is all about. Now you can see I've got so many slots here and then also so many technology slots. This is an S-Class exotic. And of course, I don't really have that many technology slots. I don't have that many cargo slots. But we can go, and since we are so wealthy, we can go ahead and utilize our ship here. Going for a first flight on it as well. We can take our ship up into the atmosphere here and then try to fly to the space station. Now, while you're flying, by the way, you can go and do stuff on your ship. You can go ahead and refuel it if you want, like your launch thrusters and stuff like that. You can refuel all that stuff while you are in the middle. You can also, like me, I have a program where I can press the button and it will show me first person. First person is pretty cool on the exotic. Pretty amazing, I think, as well. I got something similar to that one. Yeah, Evans. Yeah, again, normally I see them from time to time, but I just usually don't have the cash. This actually found this exotic very early game. It actually wasn't that expensive when I first got it, so pretty cool. So we're going to try to take this over to the space station. Now, while we're trying to take it to the space station, well, the space station now, if you haven't played the game in a while, has updates where you can actually update your particular vehicles. Now, I've kept the original vehicle for a bit of fun, where we're going to take the original vehicle and also max upgrade that one as well. So let's run in here. going to go ahead and jetpack over here on this side. And there's a couple upgrades here. You can upgrade the look of your character as well as your ship right here. So we go ahead and purchase some improvements for our ship. We can also scrap it too, which is worth about 4 million, which we're not going to do. We're going to upgrade the ship. And there we go. Now, look at this. 2 million units to add storage. If we want to upgrade the class, it would cost us 50,000 nanotites, which is totally worth it if you get a ship that you really, really like. Now, I want to go ahead and upgrade the storage, so I'm going to say 2 million. I just spent 2 million just like that. Purchase storage. Purchase storage. 3 million. 4 million. 5 million. I spent 6 million. Now I spent 7 million more, by the way, each and every time. That's 8 million I just spent right there. 9 million. I just spent 10 million. Technology slot, there's 11 million. There's 12 million. There's 13 more million that I just spent. I just literally upgraded my entire ship. And guess what? I still have 789 million left over. That's the way that Kismet plays. I am a gaming tycoon, everybody. I play by crushing the game. The game going to beg for mercy right there. Now, again, that's how you could be as rich as me in game by going in and utilizing that. And now we've got that all unlocked as well. We got that all unlocked. We got our technologies unlocked. Now, one of the problems with the particular exotic here is the fact that I just don't have enough cargo slots. I don't have enough cargo slots. I would love to have more cargo slots in there, but I thought we'd have a little bit of fun, upgrade our exotic. I probably will not use the exotic. I typically will use a cargo ship like this one right over here. Sadly, a C class. But I would use a cargo ship over here because they do have a lot more inventory. Now let's go ahead and also fly back to our primary base, or teleport back to our primary base. And we'll fool around with more stuff. So I literally have excess gold or excess units or space bucks to basically just waste it on upgrading a ship, which I'll probably never fly. I know, crazy, right? Now, I would never do that on a C class or a B class or an S class that I didn't think I liked the look of. But once I get an S class fighter, I will go ahead and upgrade that all the way up as well because I love the fighters. Now, again, the regular starships are going to have a much bigger ability to hold stuff, and that's really what I'm looking for. You know, that this particular ship over here is not going to be have enough cargo space for me, right? So it just has that much cargo space, and then when you start adding all of the things that you want on the ship, same thing up here with technology, you're going to add all that stuff on the ship. It's basically going to fill up your entire inventory, and then your spaceship, while awesome, epics are awesome, it basically will fill up all your inventory space with your upgrades. And I can upgrade it no further right there. So I'm going to hit 3 over here, and I'm actually call that ship to end up over there on the side. And then I'm going to go ahead and call back my other ship, which is my current fighter that I'm using. So now I'll hold Control 3 to get that, and we'll go ahead and call that ship back. And we'll look at the difference of the inventory space. Okay, now we're on this one here. Now, as you can see, the inventory space is much larger on this particular ship, and I could continue to upgrade it as well. But eventually, what I want is I want the ship that'll give me the biggest amount of the biggest amount of technology slots, and so on, so that I can just max it out. And you can have different ships for different reasons. You can have one that's a freighter that's going to have massive room so that when you're building, you can put stuff on there and will actually use it from your ship if it's nearby, as well as you can use like fighters and gear those out more for say space battle, or maybe you gear out a particular thing for exploring, or you gear out one that's for mining and collecting resources. It's really up to you, and you can have up to 5 different ships, so you're good to go. Now, I'd probably use that exotic more for exploring and going from planet to planet. than actually as what's mostly called like a daily driver, right? Like your daily driver, like the car that you normally drive, that's usually called a daily driver, the one you use all the time. And then the other ones which are more for specific reasons. Call my ship back up here. There we go. I really like the look of this ship too. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now we got that done. Now it'd be nice to actually go and upgrade my cargo slots a little bit. How much time we got? We're actually just about the end here. Let's go ahead and upgrade my cargo slots a little bit. And I'm going to show you a great way of doing that pretty quickly. We're going to go ahead and fly into outer space first. Now this particular ship has already been upgraded to go to different systems. So we go ahead and look at the technology in here. You can see I've got all of my drives so that I can upgrade those. Now I do want to upgrade this with some warp cores so that I can warp to different systems. So let's go ahead and actually we're probably first going to need to warp. Hold on, let's turn around. Let's turn around again and back down at our base. Right there. Let's go ahead and actually use our teleporter first. So we can get to the last planet that we were exploring. Our last system of planets. And then we'll go from there. I love the new clouds, by the way. They did upgrade the clouds. They upgraded all the planets. They upgraded everything in the game, which is awesome. Pretty much upgraded it all. Coming in hot. Oh, missed it. I pressed E. It just didn't land. There we go. Came in a little too fast. It's also good to have your thing oriented to the way you normally land so that you don't have to wait for that rotation each and every time. That works as well. All right, we're getting a lot done today. So let's go ahead and teleport to our planet that has the highest number. I think it's 10. I think 10 is the one I'm at. No, 16. Yeah, I think 16. All right, let's go to 16. I can't remember how many planets I've done in this particular playthrough. There you go. Depends on what system you're in as well. True. So I was out here today, No Man's Sky. I was so excited. I had money to buy it, but when I talked to the pilot, he bugged out and just disappeared along with his ship. Oh no, Blue Kronos. No, bro, that sucks. I've had that same thing happen to me, bro. I feel your pain. I've had that happen. I've seen the ship. I ran for the ship. I got there. I started talking to the guy. Something went horribly wrong, and bam, I missed out on the ship. God, so many times. So many times has that happened to me. But you know how it goes. Sometimes you're also running to get to that ship as quick as possible, and you get right there, and then the guy flies away. Right when you get there to get the ship. Wasn't meant to be. Sorry to hear that, bro. All right, so let's go ahead and we got to fly into outer space. That's what we got to do. For some reason, you can't look at your star map. I mean, you can look at it if you go up into your thing here in Discoveries, but you can't look at your star map when you're just standing in the thing, which, you know, like you could see where you're going to teleport to. But I'm on system number 16, and you can see some of the planets we haven't even explored yet, because usually when I get past like 10, you start seeing the same repetitive planets. Meaning the same resources on those planets. So, I mean, the planets are very unique most of the time. But you start seeing the same resources, so there's no resource that I really need right this second. So we're going to fly out of here. And we're going to go out here. Now, there's some ships I could buy and all of that stuff. But we're going to go into the universe itself. Now, here's one of the cool things about this is that every little circle you see all the little glowy circles? Every single one of those are systems of planets. There's quintillions of them. I'm not kidding. Every single one. And you could go to every single one. Not in your lifetime. In your real life lifetime, you could not go to every single system in this game. And that is what makes it amazing. You get the idea. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to at least a system we can go to by... I forgot to hit that. I forgot to add the fuel. All right, we need to make some fuel first. Just so lucky I have a bunch of antimatter thingies. here's some peeps popping in. And let's make 10 of them. And so we'll take those and we'll put that into our hyperdrive. I think we only put 5 of them in there. Yeah, we only put 5. All right, so there we go. So we did that, and now we can go ahead and decide what planets we want to go to. Now, I like to explore. I hit right-click so I can get out of there, and I can look at planets. And I have a thing that scans the economy of that particular one, and it will tell you whether it is a what kind of system it is. We can set this as a waypoint. There's something that we can do. I think we can left-click. There we go. And then we can hit R, and it shows us how nice that particular system is. I'm always looking for 3-star blue planets because that's your highest chance of finding those 3-star items on those particular worlds, right? It usually is a pretty good chance of it. And so let's go ahead and look at this one. This is a 2-star. Again, you want to start by where you're at, though. And we already looked at that one. How about this one here? No. Yeah, just looking now. Red planets, sometimes, if it says data unavailable, that means there's no space station there. And thus you won't be able to teleport there unless you put something on the planet. Yeah, I'm just looking for... I'll just take any 3-star at this point. Now, I try to look for 3 stars as I go along and explore the universe. Because they're fairly rare. I mean, you will find a bunch of them at some point. You'll get kind of on a streak. Oh, speaking of, right there. Let's go. You'll get on a streak where all of a sudden you see a whole bunch of 3-star systems of various different types. And again, I'm always looking for a blue one first. If I don't find a blue one, then I will just find whatever 3 stars nearby. I do also look to see if it has a space station so I can teleport there later. Battle detected. All right, well, count me out. Count me out, bro. I've already saved many a freighter. First thing I do is go toward the space station. I don't want to quite fly into the space station yet. That's because I want to name the system first. So I'm going to hit X, and I'm going to go ahead and take this name out, and Tycoon System number 17. And I'm also going to put 3-star on here so that I know that system number 17 is a 3-star, meaning that it's a better area to try to find ships. And then I'm going to fly in here and completely ignore the call for help. Because I'm busy. I got other things to do. There we go. Wow, I knew that Stream Raiders was ready to go too. Yes, it is Stream Raiders ready to go. I can see it up there flashing right now. It's showing me start battle. Okay, so we made it into the thing. What it's done is not only did I name the system, but it also named the space station the same name as whatever I named the system. So I always name the system first, all right? Now I'm going to show you how to upgrade your backpack here in just a moment. But first, let's go ahead and get this battle on. To battle! All right, another battle getting fired up. Let's do it. Start the battle. Off we go. Now, if you do want to join me for some from Fallout 76, good time right now to get your Fallout 76 fired up and get ready to go. We're going to do dailies and all that stuff today and see if we can earn some loot. I also might start battle mode a little early today. I might start at around 2 o'clock, so we might play for just a couple hours because, again, working on my health. As well, but we'll go ahead and start up battle mode where I'll run battles all day. By the way, everybody, look what I got. Look what I got from my buddies at Bethesda Gear. Only one of 5,000 in the world. And they sent me one. Now, normally, these are the type of things that I will give away on stream. But this one might be a keeper. Because when they sell out, there will be no more. It's like a golden ticket, but a silver ticket for Nuka World. It is awesome. I'm going to do an unboxing on it for you guys to check out. But if you do want to buy one, I would definitely buy up. It's called the Nuka-Cola ticket. Or it's called the Silver Collection. Let me actually get the exact name. Nuka World Silver Plated Ticket. Kind of like a Willy Wonka ticket, right? You can see in there, it says Nuka World, 1 ticket. It actually is silver. It's actually really silver. It's actually been stamped. It's been embossed. It looks awesome. Absolutely awesome. And again, they're numbered. I don't know what number I have, but we'll find out when I unbox it and do that video, right? Over the capture chest, grant some love to you guys. Reaper, Jessamy, Dax Platinum, all getting some love. And Sita coming in MVP with the 15 kills. Congrats. Let's get back to the map. Again, we want to try to run as many battles today as we can. Let's do it. Another hard one here. Again, I'm going to use Norbert on this one so you guys can get tons of stuff. Oh, this one, you guys, I'm going to put this right here. You should put your rogues way in the back. Way in the back. There's a lot of units for us to take on. So if you want to have a chance of being able to have your units go and grab some gold, I would definitely put them way, way in the back here. But it's up to you. They're your units. If they do try to run in here, they'll probably die because there's a lot. I mean, when this is thinned out, then you want to put them toward the front. But if you see a lot of units, then you want to put them way in the back here. And you never know. You might get yourself some sweet loot. Okay, so we are in another place here. We are in Tycoon System number 17. We just unlocked it. Now, the first thing I typically do when I go inside the space station is upgrade my backpack. But I'm going to go and look in the auction hall first and see if we got any unique items that I want to buy, because I'm going to forget if I go to get busy on other stuff. Nothing in there that I need right now. Again, looking for lots of tritium. Tritium and hydrogen. Okay, so we went and did that. Now, on the other side over here is this guy. Now, because we went into a new system and we haven't already done so, we actually have an exosuit upgrade right here. Now, I can go ahead and upgrade my general. I can't upgrade my technology, or I can upgrade my cargo. Now, if you notice right down here, to upgrade my cargo is 900,000. Now, I have 789 million. So I could do this 789 times if it was 1 million. I could do that all day, every day. Now, I don't want to use my cargo slots on this. I typically will upgrade my general whenever I go to an actual space station because it's only 90,000, right? And so I like to save cash doing that. Plus, I love going hunting down drop pods and all of that. It's really fun. Now, there's also sometimes you can find drop pods and other fun stuff on here. You might find yourself a new thing. I don't need that small one. Or you might find upgrades that you're looking for. We're not going to do all of that right now. Also, there's a new scrap guy, by the way. A whole bunch of new stuff. If you haven't seen that yet. Okay, so that's system number 17. Now, another thing that we want to do, after we name the system, we go into the space station. We do our upgrade, right? Then we want to go ahead and fly outside here. And I'll show you another great trick to upgrade your backpack. You literally fly outside and you call in your hub. And you fly into the hub like this. Nuka World is a theme park like game. It's like Disney World. It's like a parody of Disney World. I enjoyed the DLC. A lot of people didn't. They were looking for serious RPG. Nuka World is not. It's like tongue-in-cheek. It's kind of like a silly, funny thing. I enjoyed it. I had lots of fun playing it. In fact, I enjoyed all the DLC in Fallout 4. Every single one. From the building ones to the upgrades one to Automatron, which is great. Build your own robots that will be your companions and follow you around. Of course, probably the best RPG other than the base game of Fallout 4 would be Far Harbor. They actually did a really good job on the storyline of Far Harbor. I love how it interconnects to the other storyline as well. They did a real great job on all of those DLCs, I think. But that's me. I like to, explore all the different parts of a game, not just a certain part of it. Here we go. Exosuit upgrade here on the hub. So not only can we upgrade via the thing, but we can also upgrade here. And there we go. So we got 2 more upgrades done on our primary inventory. And then we just rinse and repeat. Everybody just rinse and repeat. Same thing over and over again. And you can literally upgrade all of your general slots if you have tons of cash like I do. Until they're all done. So let's keep on keeping on. And I think we'll do one more system here, and then we're going to switch over. All right, now you can see they're again asking me for help, and I'm going to ignore them completely because I'm going to go to another system. All right, 3-star set to go. All right, any other 3 stars nearby? Again, the ones that don't show you anything means there's no space station there. Oh, was that a 3-star? Oh, right there. Out of range. Now, here's what you do. You can set this as a waypoint. And then up there at the top, you can see it says black hole. Now, it defaults back to these darn quests. It drives me crazy. I just wanted to go where my custom waypoint is. That's where I want it to go. And then once it goes there, it'll actually tell you the stuff in between, right? So if I go to this one, and then I go to that one, then I'm going to go ahead and be able to get there. So maybe we'll do 2 systems. That's 2 away. So let's go to this one. And jump forward. And we're going to do this really fast this time. All right, so we got into this galaxy. We're going to immediately hit P here. We're going to rename this one. X. There we go. Rename this one Tycoon System 18. Is not a 3-star, so we're just going to put it like that. We're going to then find where the space station is, which usually is close by when you teleport in a system. Usually it's right in where you teleport. Get my mouse to cooperate here. What the heck? There we go. So we name the system Flying In. Wait for it to land, get out of your ship, run to the right. Switch to third person there. Exosuit upgrade. Our general upgrade. Back out. And into the hub. Now, because each system is unique, every time you pull the hub into that system, you'll actually get another backpack upgrade. So every system you go into, you both want to go into the space station and then also into the hub. And that will really help you out in the long run, getting your upgrades going as quick as possible. Now, you don't have to do it that way. You can just do it all by drop pods or however you feel like doing it. It's your game. You play it however you want. Me, this is how I like to do it. I like to hit it up every time I get in there. And then I get up on this cube so that my jetpack will respawn. Oh, unless it decides it doesn't want to do my jetpack. Oh, man, my mouse is acting crazy. Stop it. And then we get right there, and then we jetpack up to here. Gives you a little shortcut to get to the upgrades. After a while, I don't even look at the price anymore. I don't even look at it. I just like, okay, upgrade, 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 right? All right, I'll do one more. And you can see I could just do this for like an hour, and then I'd have every single thing upgraded. I could do this in a combination of drop pods and just get everything unlocked. You can do it fairly early when you're making lots of cash like me. You can go in and you can upgrade everything. And have everything at maximum. Once you master that endless source of money, passive income. right, another one down. And here we go. Back to our map. And again, now it is remembered the one that I tagged that I haven't been to yet. Oh, I know where I was. There we go. It is remembered where my waypoint was set, right, of which one I'm going to, hopefully. There we go. So yeah, it is remembered where it got me on black hole. Hold on, I gotta switch it back because it loves to change it. It throws me off too whenever it does that. And so I've set my waypoint here somewhere. Gotta remember where it's at. I think I'm currently... Am I out here? Oh, hold on. Let's hit right. There I am, right there. Okay. So my waypoint is set right here. This is where I have not been yet. As an exclamation point there that says I've set my waypoint there. And that's where I'm trying to get to. So let's go there. At least I believe that's the one I'm trying to get to. We'll find out in a minute. But yeah, the way I set the waypoint was I hit F while I was in the map. Or held down F and set that as a waypoint so I know where I'm going to. It's very easy to get confused as to which direction you're going, where you already been there and whatnot. The way we'll know is when we get to the system and it's not called Tycoon whatever. If it's called Tycoon, then I know I've already been there because I renamed the systems right away. Watch out for that stuff. And then again, let's rename our system. And usually I do about 25. Usually by about 25 of these, you should have all your upgrades. And they do actually respawn after a period of time. 3-star. There we go. And so now we've named it. Something really weird with my controls. It reset my thing. Where is my thing? Control options. Sensitivity of it's really far down. That's what it is. Flight sensitivity. There we go. You want to crank that sensitivity up a little bit, everybody. Otherwise, it gets real awkward like that. Because I reset my settings earlier. That's why I was like, what the heck? Okay, we named the system. Going in, getting our upgrades. I think just at the very beginning of the game, if you have enough cash, you get a couple $1,000,000 and run around and just upgrade all of your stuff. Right side. Add tons of inventory space. Of course, the more you unlock, the more it costs. Oh, look at these guys. C-class. Too many C classes. I like that blue one's cool. Looks like an eagle or something. Very, very neat. All right, one more here. Go ahead and run in here and get our upgrade, and I think we'll call it there. Switch to some 76. Missing out on the new Locked and Loaded update. We'll obviously be playing a bunch of that. We'll take a look at what's new and the patch notes for that as well when we switch over. Also probably take a break in between. Now about 4 hours in with no break. I get so into games I totally forget to take a break. It's not good to sit for too long, everybody. It's good to get up every few hours or so. Just walk around, get back to it, get yourself re-energized for the game. I have sit for a long period of time, for 20 hours and whatnot, and done all that kind of crazy stuff. But I am trying to keep my health up. So I definitely want to take a break when I can. All right, now we're getting some room. There we go. Lots of exosuit upgrades. Okay, now a great way to save is to get into your ship and then just get right back out again. So you restore point save. Great way to save your game, easy mode. Now, I love to sit and play the game all day long, but again, we want to play some 76 as well, so I'm going to go ahead and transition over. What I'm going to do is go ahead and play some AFK highlights for you guys while I'm AFK, while I'm setting all that stuff up. And then when we come back, we'll do some more Stream Raiders and more gaming. So here we go, everybody. See you guys in just a moment. Hey everybody, Kismet here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Also check me out live on twitch.tv/Kismet. I'll see you all next time.